人の色物とは見て桜の春声よ大極丸ゲドーロパンカンで
Can I Officially live. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Dream Team fam. Guys, yo! What's up, everybody in the chat? How we doing? Hopefully the overlays are pretty good. Queen of Shank. That's a spooky name. Early. Welcome to the chat. In election, metalcore. Torres, Dewey, Soul, Israel. Different type of stream today because we got a special guest, and it's not usually a podcast stream. This is brand new, one of 2 shows that we're going to be doing. Let's get it started. If this wants to go, kind of stuff. 3, 2, 1, maybe. There it is. Yo! What is up, Dream Team fam? Let me hit the full screen. There we go. Perfect. Bro, your camera. Your camera looks so, like I'm looking at it in the overlay. It looks so crisp, man. I know I said this before the podcast, but it's not even just a camera either. Your room setup is so nice, dude. Like, you got so much. It's my favorite color. Favorite color. Best color out there. You know, I really want to use red in my branding. I really do. But like, I really know how color psychology works and in marketing. And I've been told this by many other creators. Red just doesn't kind of fit the personality or the channel at all, even though it's my favorite color. So we kind of stick with like the yellow and the orange to the sunset vibes, you know?
It's fair. It's fair. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Right. All right, guys. Welcome officially to the first inaugural episode of the Be Unreal podcast, where we feature brand new content creators or content creators that have a ton of information that they can share. In my opinion, I feel like Nickster is in the latter, not the former, because he's had some banger videos. He's had a lot of growth in the channel over the last 6 months. And even though this is the first time we've officially like chatted on Discord ever, dude, I heavily vibe with your personality. And there's so much that I want to say on Twitter. There's so many jokes that I want to crack on Twitter that I can't crack because of, you know, like, we're going to talk about that because of reasons. Branding reasons, you know? Yeah. I'm a New York City kid, so like, but
I'm also very brand friendly.
But here on the podcast, we try to be brand friendly, but for the most part, we're going to be cracking some jokes. It is what it is. This is the exception to the rule, man. Nickster is a phenomenal Apex content creator. He plays Apex. He says he's not good, even though he's hit Diamond, which is the top, like, 5% bracket of the entire ranking ladder? Or is it 10%? Is it less?
I think right now it's like 5%. It used to be like 2 or 3%, but then they made it easier. So
Yup, more people are hitting Diamond, dude. That's. I know people don't consider it like really good, but you're in the top 10%. That's phenomenal. Whether people want to admit it or not, like you just look at the numbers. You're in the top 10%. Yeah. That's a 90 on your test, dude.
That's an A-, bro. I'll take it.
Exactly. You gotta take what you can get. I know for a fact I could never hit Diamond.
That's cap. I don't believe it.
I couldn't do it. Maybe Valorant, but Apex, I feel like the movement just kind of messes with me. You know what I mean?
The movement is what helps you get the Diamond.
Yeah, maybe. I could see it. Maybe we gotta have like an Apex You Coach Me stream one day, you know? Learn from the master, learn from the master, learn from the master. So, you're taking a break from YouTube.
I am.
But before we get into that, before we even talk about YouTube, before we even talk about the growth, it's Nickster, right?
Yes, sir.
Where did the name come from?
I was not expecting that. So back in the 6th grade when I first got my online name or whatever,
right?
It was Sharpshooter 2325 on PS3. Oh, right. And
hey, I like it. You gotta have confidence in the name, right?
No,
man. Yeah.
It was my mom's idea.
Oh, got you. Oh.
But so I was like, eh. And then I can't remember where I saw it. I just saw the name somewhere. I think somebody scratched it into like a table at a restaurant, like a wood table or whatever. I'm like, huh, that's a cool name. So then I decided to use it when I swapped to Xbox, and then I just used various variations of that name throughout. So yeah, the old name used to be Nickster with 2 Ks and 4 Rs.
Right.
It's really, that was bad.
That was back in the Xbox, PlayStation days where you had like the double X's in the name and the numbers and the underscores and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I was never that guy, bless the Lord. So
it's good.
Somebody said my volume might be a little low.
Ooh, hold on.
I could scream.
You should be good right now. Hopefully. Testing. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Discord kind of runs a little low, which is a little weird. Not sure why.
I also like turned my mic down like yesterday.
Oh, because of the peaking issue?
Yeah. Yetis have that problem, which I still have. Because, you know.
Hey man, maybe it's time we gotta hook you up with a new mic.
We're gonna use it until it breaks, maybe.
Maybe, you know?
I was looking at the Shure MV7.
Dude, I was looking at that, dude. Have you seen that you could color customize it?
No.
So you can color customize it to match your brand, and I think if you pay a little extra on top of that, sometimes they'll add like a custom logo to the Shure M7 so that it shows on stream for creators, which is kind of nice.
That's pretty cool. I'll have to look into that.
Right?
I didn't know it. I'll have to look into it. That's pretty sick, actually.
So
luckily, black goes with both of our brands.
That's true. So how long have you been man, you got Spider-Man everywhere and I love it, but where's the Spider-Man content at, man?
Well,
that was kind of left field. I just realized. I'm just curious, man. You know?
He's calling me out immediately.
Are we gonna get like a like Spider-Man cosplay stream going on, or?
Well, I have a lot of Spider-Man clothing. I used to wear more often, but like, you know, thanks to quarantine, I've kind of gotten like some quarantitties, if you know what I'm saying. So like, not exactly all of my stuff fits the way it used to fit anymore.
Right.
But you know, we'll fix that. We'll get all of our merch back on and stuff like that. I do definitely plan on replaying the old Spider-Man game on stream. I just have to work out to find my capture card in somewhere. Like I moved from my old place, which had all of my like stuff and stuff.
Yep.
Stuff and stuff. But I still need to like sort through all of it and like get it all ready and stuff. And I've just been really lazy to do that.
So why Spider-Man? Why not Batman? Why not Superman? Why not Green Lantern?
Well, first of all, red is super cool. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
That's facts. Cheers.
Second of all, well, it's like I was like conditioned by my parents to like him because they just like when I was a kid they just assumed that I like Spider-Man, and so they just bought me Spider-Man, just all kinds of Spider-Man shit, like all kinds. got you. A Spider-Man comforter. They dress me up as Spider-Man like all the time, and so I don't know if it's like classical conditioning or something like that. Anybody knows psychology?
You're exposed to a lot, and you end up loving it after a while.
And then yeah, it was just like it's like all of the Spider-Man merch just like seeped through my skin into like my blood, and so that's
heck yeah, man. I love it. I'm a New York City kid, so I said it before the stream, dude. Anything Spider-Man related, Peter Parker, Miles Morales being my absolute favorite. Like, huge geek about all that stuff, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, as you should be.
Right? So, you started on Twitch before YouTube, right?
As most people do, yes.
We jumped ship, the both of us. Cheers. It was a very successful jump ship, you know? Doesn't always work out for the majority of people.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I feel like when I was talking about it on Twitter, I made it seem like that everybody should do it.
Yep.
And I think everybody should do it eventually once YouTube comes out the winner. But like right now, I feel like the only people who can jump ship to YouTube are a very, very small subset of people who, you know, who have already had success on the platform, sort of, you know. And
interesting. Okay.
I don't recommend it if you have a decent Twitch following and your YouTube following is basically just zero, zip, dead, nothing. I don't recommend switching over, because that's only gonna, like, it's not gonna get you anywhere. You're just gonna lose people. You know, it's a very good. Your channel's probably not even monetized yet, right?
That's true. That's a very good point, actually.
Definitely don't recommend. So what I've been thinking about is like, maybe I'll tell people you should just start making YouTube videos or whatever, like right now, to build your YouTube following. That way you can stay on Twitch or whatever, but the inevitable thing that's going to happen is that YouTube is going to be the giant, and then you're able to switch over, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but
that's what I say.
Where do you think people should start, on Twitch or YouTube? Like, starting out, they want to be a content creator, hopefully one day become a full-time. You think they should start out streaming and making videos on YouTube, or just making videos on YouTube, or maybe dipping their toes with streaming on Twitch? Like, what's your take on that?
If you want to start out,
like brand new, brand spanking new.
Well, it depends on what you're willing to do, right?
Right.
So if you're willing to make videos, then right now I would still say stream on Twitch, make videos on YouTube, but prioritize making videos. If you're just going to stream,
right,
I would say like I think I would say Twitch.
Yeah.
If you're only going to stream. But I think the people who really want success,
like
I would say
grow
the first
success.
option. Yeah, I would say the first option, and then move over to YouTube. Once your YouTube takes off. Although I also want to say, really be careful. Like, don't stream if you say, how do I put this?
Give me
a second. It's coming to me. Okay. If you are going to stream on the YouTube channel,
right,
you make the YouTube channel about you, right? Because I think a good example is like Harris Heller and the Alpha Gaming channel.
Heck
right?
yeah, man.
Don't stream on like your brand business channel. So as a solo content creator,
Right.
you want to build your stuff as like around you, right? That way you can still stream on the same channel. It'll be easier that way. If you want your content to be around you and not around a specific, brand or company or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be careful about that.
So you think that it should all be on one channel and not like splitting it up then, right?
It depends. Like I was saying, it depends. Like my channel is a personal channel, right? So I stream on it, I make videos, it's my personal thing or whatever. Alpha Gaming channel, well, it's not really a personal channel,
Yeah, that's like dedicated towards like helping out content creators, and it doesn't have anything to do with Harris Heller's brand.
Right.
For the most part, kind of. Complex.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I just. But for the most part, you should stream on a personal channel.
Right. I agree. No, 100%, 100%. Now that you've jump shipped over to YouTube, though, has anything about the YouTube experience, besides like the viewers, right? Let's say the viewers wasn't there. Do you think that YouTube has the systems it needs to encourage streamers to stay there as someone that doesn't have views?
No.
No. So you think like Twitch for sure like wins?
And so you're asking if YouTube has the tools to keep somebody streaming on their platform that doesn't already have success there?
Yes.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay. Why do you think so?
Not right now.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, the rumor is they're working on like gifted subs, raids. Raids are gonna be huge. Just not for getting viewers to your stream, but just for networking and like relationship purposes. But no, there right now there is almost no incentive for a small streamer who doesn't do anything but stream.
That's true.
To move over, because you're not gonna earn money from it.
That's true.
Monetized, and YouTube can push out your channel, your views, your stream or whatever, but it has no reason to, because you haven't proved through in any other platform that your stuff is worth being pushed out yet.
That's fair, but what if one stream ends up popping off?
I mean, I would say that it does have a bigger chance. If you only just stream, right? You don't like talk to anybody. You don't like go and like hang out on anybody's stream or like that.
Right.
If you only just stream, then I would say YouTube is probably better for that, just because of like the very, 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 very small chance that they're going to start recommending it to a heck ton of people.
Yep.
But if you're probably going to have more, I think you're going to have more success on Twitch, just going around to other people's streams and like making friends, because it's easier to do that on Twitch or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, yeah, I just don't think that.
You don't think it's worth it as a new creator going onto YouTube, just because it doesn't have enough push to actually push out your videos without that initial community base like helping you out, right?
Yeah, for now, in its current state. But I'm like give it a year and a half. It'll probably be there.
So I'm gonna be honest. I love your YouTube videos, but I've never actually seen a single one of your Twitch streams, like at all. Was there any difference in the way that you do streams on YouTube compared to streams on Twitch? And is your video content drastically different from your streams?
My streams on YouTube and streams on Twitch are pretty similar, although I want to do different things. Yeah, okay. I want to do more events, all like more narrative driven stuff.
Right.
I just couldn't because of school.
That's fair.
And so, once that happens, I'm going like all in, right? And so the streams are definitely going to be changing. I just wasn't able to like plan out and do all these things that I wanted to do.
Right. Yeah, because school is busy. Times are ramping up. You got to prepare for tests and all that stuff. Final exams.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
But so I would say I at first, my YouTube videos, at least the ones that started like picking up and doing well, they were fairly different from my stream content, and so I decided to
noticeable.
I decided to start integrating more of my own personality that you see in my streams into the YouTube videos.
Heck
to be
yeah.
like, oh, this is what you're gonna get if you go into the streams as well. You know, you get sort of like the similar things that you're gonna see in YouTube videos.
Yep.
I'll start cracking jokes. I'll start making, you know, jokes about how I'm a virgin and small penis and stuff like that. It's like in the videos because I do that sort of jokes like on stream or whatever. Right?
Dude, you do those jokes on Twitter and it makes my timeline like absolutely hilarious. Sometimes I can't interact with it, but I'm like, bro, like this is comedy gold. Like this tweet should be banging, man.
Yeah, so I figured that if I get people used to that in the videos, then like maybe not exactly like small penis, blah blah blah, blah.
Yeah,
but like sort of like similar, you know, you can really see my humor and stuff. If I get people used to that enough in the videos, then they'll be more incentivized to be like, oh, you're gonna get some similar, like you find this entertaining, well, you're gonna get the same entertainment in, you know, Twitter
and the streams and
the streams or whatever. So that was my plan. That's how I like changed up my videos a little bit.
Yeah, and that right there is like brand consistency, which goes to show that like I know for a fact you study a lot on content creation. Just the fact that you mentioned Harris Heller and Alpha Gaming, like that right there, like says leaps and bounds that you actually look up some of these videos on how to grow as a YouTuber, how to grow as a content creator, right?
Yes, but I try to stay aware of the culture of the platform and how the stuff like that.
Yeah. But the both of us kind of blew up in the past 6 months, right? And I noticed that one of the biggest videos that blew you up was a VOD review of a VTuber, and you kind of jumping into the VTuber rabbit hole that I'm not gonna lie, my chat and my community has been trying to get me into it. I probably get DM'd VTuber videos like 20 DMs a day, like no joke, man.
Yeah, no, there is definitely an audience for that.
Yeah, I see it. So what's it like going in the rabbit hole? Like, how did that start, man? How was it a recommend? Was it a DM?
How did it start? So I was on TikTok one day and I was just scrolling or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah. You got your profile picture right here on the Discord. I see it.
Yeah, it's Jotaro. But so have you seen it at all? Do you like know anything about it?
I've seen the memes and I've seen the clips on like some of the epic battles, but I actually haven't seen the full series yet.
Okay. So the JoJo is separated into different parts, right? Parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so there's this clip from part 4 where one of the characters, Stan, goes, you know, let's kill the hoe or whatever in English, right? He says that in English. And so I was scrolling through TikTok and I see a clip of these VTubers, one who speaks Japanese and English,
right,
and the other one who just only speaks Japanese, and so they're talking about it, and then they so let's go kill them or whatever. I don't know who they're talking about. And then the other person, let's go. And then one of them goes, let's kill the hoe. And she was the one, she spoke Japanese only, and then the one who spoke English was like, huh? Kill the hoe.
What?
Kill the hoe. They're like, yeah. And then apparently the one who said it had no idea what it meant.
Right.
And then the one who spoke English, you know, told her, and it was this whole thing. And it was really funny. It like blew up on TikTok.
Right.
And so I'm like, I went and found the video on YouTube, and I watched the video like on YouTube. And once you watch a VTuber clip on YouTube, then it's over.
Dude, algorithm hits you. If it's a new topic, algorithm hits you with like 50 of these videos everywhere.
Yeah, so I watched it on YouTube.
Right.
And then it was just like, and I'm like, shit.
but you clicked on the other videos, I'm assuming.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your opinion on the on the whole VTuber scene? Like, what are your thoughts?
What'd you say?
What are your opinions on the whole VTuber scene right now? Like, as a content creator and as a viewer, I guess, since you jumped down the rabbit hole, like, do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Is there something unique that really like caught your attention about it?
So when I was making these videos about it, I wasn't like too knowledgeable or anything, but I knew that they're trending like crazy. And you know, for the most part, I still like barely understand why they're trending. Like, I kind of understand the appeal, like cute girls or whatever, you know, playing game.
Yeah, of course. Cute anime wife.
But yeah, like for me, I'm not too much of like a cute. You know, cute girl, you know, that's not really my thing.
I'm with you there, man.
I'm more of like a MILF or like, you know, Onesan kind of guy, but
man of culture, I respect it.
Yeah, so I'm like, so I don't really understand. I understand the appeal, but they don't really appeal to me, at least most of them.
Gotcha.
But you know, just because they don't appeal to me doesn't mean I'm like, I'm not gonna capitalize off of it.
Wait, so did you watch like a VTuber video and you're like, wait, this is kind of getting views. This is kind of entertaining. I wonder what would happen if I do like a VOD review Like content.
Yeah,
on
no,
it.
she's crazy popular. Like, so, my thought process when making the videos was,
Right.
it was, so they almost all speak Japanese. Like a huge majority of them speak Japanese, right?
Right.
And so, the only way for Western audiences to consume VTuber content in Japanese is through clips from
Subtitles.
translators, right?
Right.
Right. And so that means their names are just always being searched up all the time, and they're always being pushed out all the time, right?
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait,
And
that's
like, I was thinking
actually
about this
so
at 3 a.m.
true.
Yeah, right. And so Apex is getting huge, right? Apex is massive in Japan, which means that VTubers are always playing it, right? And Apex is getting bigger and bigger. It's starting to explode even
Dude,
more now,
I've
especially
noticed
this next season.
Yeah, it's kind of getting mainstream here in the States
Yeah.
where it wasn't before.
Yeah, and so it was huge in Japan. It's like freaking default standard game in Japan or whatever.
Ooh.
And so all the VTubers play it, and I'm like, wait, I'm good at Apex. I can work with this. And so then I had that massive idea. I was laying in bed at 3 a.m. And so I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. It makes sense in theory that it would.
Right. It's like, yeah, so you took the shot. You had a crazy idea and you went with it, right?
Yeah, basically.
Do you regret it at all? I imagine not. No way, right?
Absolutely not.
So that video's at like 222,000 views, which is absolutely insane, right? And then the videos following that right now is like 100,000, 70,000, another 100,000, and then you got 60, 50, right?
Oh man, my man did his research, bro.
Yeah. I'm a
Shit.
dude. I'm a geek with content creation. I love like checking out all this stuff. I remember seeing you at 2,000 subscribers, and then you tweeted and you were like, "Thank you so much for the support on this one video." And I clicked, and I was like, "Yo, like it's happening." You know, it was only a matter of time, but it's happening. He's getting the attention he deserves, right? How'd it feel?
Well, it felt. It didn't feel as rewarding as I thought it would feel. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I was like, I still feel like I'm at the bottom.
Interesting.
You know, it's cool, but like I want more. But yeah, so then I kept sitting here and I was just trying to think of ways to work, and then I had the idea. I'm like, oh wait, why don't I just put Japanese subtitles on one of the videos? And then I did that.
Right.
Boom, another 1,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
So what's the plan with the whole VTuber Apex content? Are you looking to shift away from VTubers? Are you looking to stick with it, or do something a bit of both?
I don't want to only be around VTubers. I've been branching out a little bit more.
Right.
So I'm still gonna be doing them, just not as frequently, I think. And I want to start experimenting with other ways to, other big massive brain ideas, hopefully, that I have yet to come up with. But and yeah, so of course I'm still keep doing it because they're fun. I like them.
Yeah.
And
they do a good job for the channel
people
as well.
enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it helps the growth. Like the more I do them, the more bigger base audience that I have.
Right.
That'll help potentially make other video just do well. And that video could explode, and then I could get a whole new audience from there. So that base audience is so very important.
Would you ever be willing to one day, not anywhere near in the future, but you and me become VTubers for just one stream only? Just
for one stream
for
only?
one stream only, a limited time, like LTO, you and me just become VTubers.
Well, I eventually want to pay for a model.
Oh wait, really? Wait, so you've
I'm not
actually
gonna
thought
become
about
one.
this?
I'm not, yeah, no. So I don't actually plan on fully being a VTuber, but like a lot of the times, my streams are like 4-ish hours or whatever. But lots of the times I like to go longer, and so I start getting like a headache. Even I have like the blue light really gets to me sometimes, and so especially with these lights, it gets really bright and really hot and stuff like that. And so I have like a PNG, like an anime version of me that I just swapped to or whatever. And so I'm thinking that I would probably throw that up there once I'm like exhausted of with the cameras and lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so
that's kind of that's kind of the move. That's kind of smart. Yeah, they're crazy expensive. I seen the models anywhere between 500 to like multi-thousand, right? I think.
Yeah,
maybe?
they're expensive.
Because you got to get the
I'm a
art, you got to
PNG
get the
tuber at
animation. Oh, PNG tuber at night.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you said the streams have been branching out a little bit, and the content have been branching out a little bit before you took the break, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. How would you describe your content right now and then the content overall in your channel, like in a condensed version, like a quick, this is my channel, this is how I would pitch it to a partner?
I would say that I make educational gaming videos around Apex Legends. And I make guides. I do VOD reviews. The VOD reviews now are beyond VTubers, you know.
Right.
Do real life people.
Yeah.
And I also make a lot of meme and like shitpost videos. I guess I can't say shitpost, but I make a lot of meme videos as well, where they're like really stupid skits that I make at night to avoid responsibilities.
Gotta showcase the human, the personality, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's just overall Apex Legends content creator. We're still testing some things out. I also do food. Yeah, I do food challenges. Yeah,
dude, I saw that. Have you done a spicy chip challenge yet? I
have not. I'm very scared to do it, but I'm definitely thinking about it.
Dude, so one of my mutual friend, can we be friends, Tuanto? If you ever see this, I'm gonna reach out to you in a DM. If you ever see this, I want to be your friend. We've had dope interactions on Twitter. He did a spicy chip challenge, and he seems like a pretty calm and like cool and collected dude. And I saw the stream, and I was actually planning on doing this in the future, but I'm not gonna lie, now I'm a little scared because this man broke. He was in tears, and he dude, hey, he did it like a champ though. He swallowed the chip, took it like a champ, kept playing the game, started playing the piano while he was doing it. But like, he had to go, he had to get milk, and oh dude, it looked painful. And he's a calm dude. Oh god, that was torture to watch. Hey, you saw it, dude. I don't know if I could hang. I thought I could, but if he can't hang, I don't know what shot I have.
Yeah. Well, understandable. That does seem very scary,
right?
Yeah, the most I've done, I think it was on Twitch. The most I've done is just like throw up off camera. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So
the next big brain trend should be hot tub. You know what's crazy? Like I was like browsing through Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I saw somebody doing a hot tub stream, and you know it's whatever. I don't really give a shit about it.
Yep.
But like
it was a good time, to be honest with you.
True. It does. Oh, I definitely gotta like shed these man titties first. Sorry, these quarantine.
Dude, but like, I know you might be bummed out about it, but I'm actually jealous because you build muscle so much fast, or you bulk up muscle so much faster than someone that's like has the opposite problem, which is me. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the broad shoulders, like you got the physique for it, my man.
Yeah, but getting that point, I feel like is also a lot.
It's a lot.
Not getting to that point, but like shedding the pounds, I would argue is potentially more difficult than putting on muscle, just in general. At least for me.
Yeah.
And for a lot of fat people.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's overall like a very terrible experience. I'm not knocking like skinny people. You know, you guys go through your own struggles or whatever, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I mean they're just different, right?
Yeah, two sides of the same coin, right?
For sure.
So before the Apex content, what made you want to be a content creator? What was like the big spark? You got any heroes, any idols that inspired you, or?
So I think the first streamer that I watched was like my freshman year of college, and I saw Stroud because I was really into PUBG. And Stroud played PUBG all the time, and I'm like, this dude makes so much money off of this, bro.
Dude, he's built different. That man's aim is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like he's got fame, and you know I knew that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5. I knew I didn't want a boss, and I'm like, but I have no idea what I want to do with that.
Same.
So I'm just going to school, studying for something that's gonna make me not have a 9 to 5,
right?
But arguably even worse, and still have a boss.
maybe an open-minded boss though, you know, not like the hardcore. I feel like a retail. No. I've had retail managers, right? I feel like a retail manager is way worse than not corporate, because corporate's even worse. But like if you're a designer or you're a creative and you have like a manager or a creative lead, right? It's not as micromanagement as, well, actually no, the animation studio gets hit hard with that.
Yeah.
like mangas and animes, like thinking about it, they actually get brutal deadlines.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I studied criminology.
Dude,
Right?
same.
Finishing my degree. Really?
Yeah, I wanted to be a FBI agent and then realized.
So did I.
Dude, kindred spirits, let's go. I wanted to be an
Yeah, we both
FBI.
did awesome.
Yeah, man. But I did some studying and realized, like, based off of some research that I found on what I would be doing, there were some things I didn't agree with personally, and I didn't think I'd be the greatest fit, so decided not to do it, and then was going to end up being a forensic scientist, forensic, whatever that career is.
Yeah,
been a while.
I'm basically the same. As I wanted to be FBI, then I was like, you know what? I want to be a forensic psychologist instead.
Yes, dude.
That's
Let's
crazy.
go. Wait, are you? That's awesome, dude. Heck yeah, we both like Spider-Man. We like Red. We both study criminology, dude. We gotta get a coffee sometime, man. Now I gotta meet
Yeah,
you.
for sure, dude. Yeah, definitely.
100%. So let's say.
Yeah, but then I started creating content or whatever, or I started like just streaming after I started playing. I was addicted to PUBG, right? And then I was like, wow, I really want to do this. So I'm like, I want to try streaming. I want to try it. You know, then I did it for like 2 years. You know, nothing really came out of it. I kind of like built a small community or whatever.
Yep.
But nothing like really came out of it.
Yep.
But then I decided, you know, I like anything in this field way more than anything in the criminology field. I don't want to do a single thing in that field, in the criminology field. I was like, hell no. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll do game design. And then then I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll. That was the plan until this YouTube channel started blowing up. So I was gonna go back to school for another, like game design,
Like
degree or
career?
something like that. Yeah, and then this started blowing up, and I was like, wait, this is going really well.
Hey, it's going really
So-
well, dude.
Yeah, so I'm like, now am I gonna do this full time? Now I've decided, once school's over, then I'm gonna, work on my editing, work on my After Effects, work on my photo, and then that way, if this flops, which I'm not going to let it flop, but if it does, then I'll have the experience, self-taught experience, which is arguably more valuable than a degree.
I agree.
But I have the experience to like go, I don't know, work at like a news place, edit videos, stuff like that, things like that. And so
Yeah, because dude, as a content creator, a lot of people think it's like turn on stream, game, and then that's it. When in reality, like behind the scenes, you're learning graphic design, you're learning video editing, you're looking into
Right.
trends, marketing, all that stuff. So
Yes.
so you vibe with all of that more than game design.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. What part of it do you vibe more with? Like what are the key points that really like sell you on content creation versus just going into strictly game design? Let's say game design offered you $100,000 check and YouTube content creation offered you a $30,000 check. Which one would you take?
Probably YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because, well, first of all, I like the spotlight. There's that. Even though I'm like very introverted,
Yeah.
but
Wait, you're introverted?
very.
Dude, you have so much charisma.
Yeah, I
Like,
had a lot of social skills growing up, like a lot.
Right.
But, and I was like, I need friends, people, blah, blah, blah. Then I got to college, and I'm just like, then like, I keep saying like a lot. I'm sorry.
You're good, man. You're good.
I was in a kindergarten through 12th grade school, so I didn't really have to go out and like make friends.
Oh.
And then I got to college, and I'm like, wait, now I have to go out and make friends. And then I
Right.
didn't do it. I knew like I had two friends come with me from high school, so I didn't
Right.
like feel the need to go out and like make friends.
Mm.
But still, they went and made friends, blah 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 blah. And then at first I felt bad about it, that like they held all these friends and I didn't really. And then the more I like
The
thought
more you
about it,
practice, the more you got like out there and put yourself out there.
no, the opposite. The more I thought
Oh.
about it, the more I'm like, wait a minute. I actually like being alone a lot. Like hanging out with people
Right.
consumes a lot of energy, and I didn't realize how much that I genuinely, for the most, I mean, I liked it, but for the most part, I was like, didn't want to do it, you know?
Yeah. No,
like,
that's awesome, dude. Like the fact that you figured that out, because I had the opposite problem. I thought I was an introvert growing up to like 7th grade, when in actuality I was an extrovert. But the reason why I thought I was an introvert was everyone told me I was shy. So I was like, oh, I gotta be an introvert. So I'll just hang at home all day and kind of like, you know, stay secluded. Same thing, dude. Like you don't realize like how much it drains you not doing what like you're built to do, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So we're literally opposites in that respect, but like the same as others.
Yep.
Yeah, but I was just like, I have all the social skills, so I'll use them as like a survival technique, like a survival skill, right? So like, if I don't have lights on me, right? If I'm just in Discord, I'm just playing a game, I'm like, I shut up, I say a word, maybe every 5 minutes.
You hyper focus. You hyper focus.
No, I just don't like talking.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I just like I can like as you can see, I can clearly do it by watching.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Like you fooled me. I've seen like a lot of your videos, and I've seen you on Twitter. I'm like, dude, this man like he's just got a great personality. He's great on camera, good in front of people, can crack a great joke, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that I can flip it on. It's a switch. I can flip it on, but for the most of the day, it's not on.
Right.
Right.
But the fact that like the fact that you figured out like, okay, I need my own space, right, to like conserve like my energies, because that's so important, especially as a content creator where you're being pulled like 50 million different directions on marketing, paying attention to the trends. How did your video do? What's the next piece of content am I gonna do? I gotta stream later today, and then I gotta study, or you know, like IRL social commitments. What is your favorite thing and then your least favorite thing about trying to balance all of that? Tough, right?
Well, my least favorite thing is balancing all of it.
I agree.
My favorite thing is the fact that, for the most part, I'm able to do it somehow. But if I had to pick something else, because I feel like that wasn't a very good answer. Frick. I don't know. It's a hard question.
It's tough, right? Like for me, I thought that I was like really good with like multitasking for the most part, and I'm pretty decent. But then, dude, is it just me or like before you blow up on YouTube? Not even like we haven't like heavy blowed up, right? But before like that initial surge of growth, you think you know how to handle like the YouTube workload, and then you get the surge of growth, and then you're trying to pump. Yeah, you felt that, right? Then you're trying to pump out more content, and you're seeing the comments and the what chat wants to see or what the community wants to see, right? And you're being pulled in more directions. You're like, whoa, dude, the workload is a little different than I thought.
Yeah, dude, it's like, you know, I was doing 5 videos a week in like October or whatever, but they were like super easy videos. They took me like 20 minutes to make or whatever, because they're just clips from my stream. And then I did one more recorded scripted heavy video a week,
right?
Which is, you know, it's fine, right? And then school, and then blah 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 blah. And then now when stuff started picking up, I'm trying to do at least 3 of those heavy videos a week,
right?
And then, you know, I went from 4 streams to 3 streams, and now I was trying to do 4, so I was trying to do 3 heavy videos, 4 streams, and that's not even including me wanting to do YouTube shorts and do 1 YouTube short a day. And so it's a lot more. There's a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
It's a lot more pressure, because I wouldn't even say it's because of the people like super excited to like watch it and all this stuff, which I'm very grateful for. It's because, at least for me, it was greed. Right? For me, it was like, oh my god, these are doing so well. If I put out more, then these are gonna be doing so well. I'm so excited, you know. And I was just doing all these things.
I don't think it's greed though. I think you just want to be successful. That way, you can do something you love, and you can share the story and share the passion with other people. You know?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, we want more views, right? Like, the views are awesome, but I think I don't know, man. I see a lot of passion in every video that you do. You have fun with the content that you do compared to a lot of other content creators.
Yeah, we're hoping to keep that up as long as possible, but you know, inevitably, burnout's a thing.
Burnout's a thing. That's why you gotta
it doesn't come soon though.
But you gotta balance as much as you possibly can, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm like really desperate to start doing. I really want more growth, and I'd be real, just more money. That way I can start outsourcing.
Yep.
That way I can expand more, and I can do other things that will, I guess, alleviate or push the burnout to like a later date. Because, you know, if I keep like doing all the editing, all the recording, blah 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 blah, all on my own, then I feel like it's gonna make the burnout happen sooner, which I want to avoid.
Yeah, man. Like if we can, I've been thinking the same thing. Like if you can nab an editor in the future with the more money that you make, right? Like, dude, that's a significant amount of workload like off your back. And then you can
Right.
stream more often. You can record more stuff and send it over, and it's a lot. It goes a long way, you know.
Yeah, dude, no, for sure. So that's why, you know, I'm about to go crazy, probably overwork myself this upcoming month, just because like, so I can get as much
Don't do it.
success as possible.
But I feel you though. The grind is there, and like when you have a moment, you want to like try to triple down on it, right?
For sure. But like, you know, I want to overwork myself today so I don't have to tomorrow. Yeah.
I respect that.
So
Dude, heck yeah, man. What about the good? What about the good though? I love this discussion because a lot of people don't know like the pressures that like content creators face on a day-to-day. But I think it's really cool the industry is like starting to show that more and more. Because before, like YouTubers never talked about like, oh, like I gotta pump out a video and it's been tough or blah 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 blah. You would hear it here and now, right? But now you got people like Michael Reeves, you got people like Lily Pichu and Pokemon and all sorts of people like coming forward and be like, dude, it's hard. There's a lot of stuff that you have to micromanage, right? Like making sure the thumbnail looks good, talking to other brands, talking to other businesses, and then how you can make the channel bigger, how you can help the community out and give back to the community, right?
right.
Well, what keeps creators like you after you see the growth there? Like, why deal with all the pressure if the pressure really is like that big? For you, like, what's that? What's the carrot in front of your face? Like if money wasn't a thing in the world, right? And this is what you wanted to do,
Right.
why do it?
Fame. Fame's part of it. Like I'm not gonna, you know, a lot of people are just like, I do this just to make your day or whatever.
Nah,
just to, like,
I love the
be
honesty,
great.
dude. The honesty is great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. A lot of I see that all the time. With people like, the only reason why I do this is like help somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that's cool. Like I enjoy it because, you know, people have told me that, and I'm like grateful. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm able to help or whatever.
Yep.
But like, you know, at the end of the day, I did this for selfish reasons, right?
Yeah.
And so, which I'll be honest about. And yeah, I mean, fame's a part of it.
Right.
You know, I definitely like my goal at the end of the day is to be the biggest YouTuber in the world.
Hell yeah.
That's my end goal.
Heck yeah,
And
man. So let's say
you know,
let's say you become the biggest. Let's say you become like one of the biggest Apex content creators, right? Like 2 years down the road, or let's say you blow up next week, right? You hit your goal.
Right.
What's next? You got the
Well,
fame.
after biggest Apex content creator, then it's just biggest YouTuber.
And then,
in general.
but then, would you be satisfied? Would you be happy? Would you be chilling?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like it's really hard to say until it happens.
Fair.
You know, like I feel like if I don't have a goal or ambition that I'm working towards, then I just feel useless, no matter how much success I have.
Right.
So like, even if it's not like content creation, of course I want to still do it, but I'd probably like look for other things, learn other things. Like, I don't know, maybe become an author. I would love to do that.
That would be dope.
So, yeah,
I
not
think
not like how to grow, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
No, like screw up, ninja. Okay.
yeah.
I'm more like a fiction writer.
Not like
So
it.
it would be something like that, probably.
Do you think you want the fame to hang out and like meet and talk to more people for more opportunities? Or do you think it's like just the fame itself? Like the concept of fame?
Probably the concept.
Really? What about the
Yeah.
concept is like really nice for you?
It's probably gonna make me sound like an asshole.
No, do it.
Maybe a part of it's due to like spite.
Okay.
You know, because like I don't know, growing up, I always felt like a freaking loser or whatever.
Mm.
You know, I was that fat loser.
Yeah, I felt
So
that.
maybe it's just a big old like screw you guys.
I know,
You know?
I've been there. No, but that's awesome because that means like you got the personality of like you want to prove yourself and you want to show like you actually have a lot of talent, which you clearly do because you're getting the views. That already, I think anyone that can get the views that you've gotten on videos already shows that like you're destined to be successful in the industry, right?
Well, I don't know about destined, but it's proof. If I've learned anything, it's that it's like there's huge weights taken off my back because like I've proved myself that if I wanted, I could do it.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what I see this recent success as. No, you are not all just numbers to me, Colin. Shut up. And so, yeah. So that's what it is. That like, if I wanted, I can do it. I've basically proven it to myself, and that's what I see my recent growth as. Like, I can do it if I want to. Just got to figure out how to do it.
Heck yeah, man.
But I can. So.
And you've been doing it.
Yeah.
You've been doing a phenomenal job with it. You already know, like, okay, like the fact that you mentioned you got the growth on the YouTube channel, right? And then you're on break right now for school. But the fact that you mentioned once you get back from break, you want to branch out, not too heavy, not switch to content. You didn't say I want to completely switch off Apex, right? You said I just want to branch out a little bit. That right there tells me like you're understanding like how the industry works, and you know that you can't just completely switch to content one day, because then it's like, whoa, what happened, man? You know?
Right.
What happened to like the guy, the brand?
Yeah. I don't see myself moving off Apex for a while. I'm kind of right now. I'm kind of just banking on the fact that Apex is probably going to be like the biggest game in the world when season 9 drops. Like I'm pretty confident about that,
Right?
because they're dropping like in arena mode with ranked, and so it's going to open up a whole new field for like esports or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm really banking off that. If not, you know, I've proven myself I can figure it out.
Oh,
If
dude,
if
wait.
it doesn't happen.
That's kind of spicy. Why do you think Apex is going to be huge?
Well, it's already one of the biggest games in the world right
Right.
now. Just based off just battle royale by itself.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of people who don't play Apex
Mhm.
play it because they don't like battle royales, and not because they don't like Apex, or they prefer another battle royale over another one.
Yep.
For the most part. And so, Apex is great movement and great gun shooting mechanics and stuff like that. It's great, and I think like everybody agrees with that.
Yep.
Like it's probably probably one of the best mechanics in out right now for any game, right? And I think the only real reason people don't play it is because they're not into battle royales.
Mm.
And so once they bring in the arena game modes like search and destroy or whatever,
Yep.
something like that, then that's going to bring in pretty much so many people who aren't battle royale fans over to that side and just blow up the game, you know, even more. And you know, then they're going to become comfortable with the game mechanics, and they might try battle royale and they might like it because they're going to be like decent at shooting and stuff like that.
You know what's kind of beautiful about that is you're doing content on Apex, and originally when Apex came on the scene, it overtook every other game, like temporarily, right? And it was literally a phenomenon when it hit, but the devs took a while to bring like new content and the fixes that the community was asking for, so it kind of died down a bit.
Yeah.
How cool. Like I'm a geek about this stuff. How cool is it that you cover content on Apex and there's hype around it, and then it dies down, and then you're predicting it's gonna go big, and I think it's gonna go big too, like way bigger than what it already is, because clearly it's getting a lot of growth, right? And like you said, it's huge in Japan. There's a lot of people in EU that are starting to like get a lot of traction with Apex Legends too, right? And it's starting to get really big mainstream numbers here in the States. How cool is it that it goes from phenomenon to underdog back to phenomenon, just like you went from underdog to huge growth and then taking a break and then to phenomenal? Dude, I think that's such a dope story, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can just say that I'm very, very grateful that I didn't drop it in season 4 like I thought I would. Because Apex was in a really, really, really low, really bad place from like seasons 3, end of 3, season 4 to pretty much season 7. Season 7 was the new map was the revival of the game. And so, like just being in that place, you know, everybody, Valorant, it just came out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
like it was. I've never seen a game more dead. I've never seen Apex more dead than that moment. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave next season, and then I didn't, even though next season sucked. and then we're still here, and I'm lucky that I didn't leave. And so sticking with it has been scary, but like, clearly it's gonna pay. Hopefully, I mean, it's paid off. For sure.
I think it's paid off, and I think it's gonna. I'm with
Pay
you
off
on that
more.
page. With it's gonna definitely pay off in the future. So you grew a ton on the YouTube channel recently. What's your biggest advice from being a new YouTuber that wasn't getting too many views? And I'm with you there. I wasn't getting any before, like that 1 or 2 video that really like spiked up the channel, right?
All right.
And then all of a sudden you get the views, and then you kind of pivoted your content a little bit. What's your big advice during that process you would give to any new creator so that they can hit that point to where they make that banger video with the banger title and thumbnail, etc., etc.?
If you're putting out the same video, the same type of video, freaking, I don't know, 3-4 times a week for, you know, 2 months, and they each get like 200 views, I think it's time to change something.
Yes, dude.
You know, it's time to change something. Like, I went from putting out very similar content, you know, 5 days a week for like a month,
Right.
to trying to do a different experiment video once a week.
Yes.
Right. So I changed it up. So I would do taking a shot every time I die in Apex, right? And that was fun to do. But then, you know, the next week I tried. I did this thing where I saw this trend on TikTok where you like wrote down your goals or whatever on a board to like sort of like manifest, I guess, something like that.
Yeah.
And so I tried that, and I did a YouTube video on it. And then you know didn't do too well, you know,
Right.
whatever. The next week, did a VOD review video.
Heck yeah, man.
And then here we are. So that's what I see a lot of.
Definitely
They don't
experimenting
branch
with
out.
all the videos, right?
Yes, 100% experiment with you know, video formats or whatever. Be consistent too. Like
100%.
if you're gonna put out a different video once a week, you know, do it once a week. You know, don't tell yourself that and then just do it like once every
3 weeks
2
or
weeks,
something
once
like
every
that.
3 weeks. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, because it'd be brutal on the channel. The algorithm just kills you after that.
Yeah, you just got to keep experimenting. Like, don't literally don't stop. Like the people who will succeed are the people who want it the most.
That's facts.
Yeah, and if a lot of people will be happy. I've seen this a lot with my Twitch friends who you know, partner level or whatever, 100, 200 something viewers or whatever.
Yep.
And they feel very stuck and they want to get into YouTube, but they're like too comfortable with like their Twitch situation, right? Because they're usually making their full-time income on Twitch, right? And they're super comfortable with it, and they try like a YouTube video like once every blue moon or whatever, and it doesn't work, and then they just go back to like hanging out in their little Twitch bubble or whatever.
Yep.
Right? But I'm like, if you truly want it, if you truly want it, then you gotta work. You gotta work for it, and you gotta be like, okay, I'm leaving my Twitch bubble, which is uncomfortable, so I'm gonna start, you know, consistently uploading more videos, and it's a lot of work.
Yep.
But you gotta commit to it. Like you committed to your Twitch thing. YouTube's a bigger commitment, but you gotta commit to that as well.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so what are your thoughts on like my number one advice that I 100% stole from Ludwig on how to grow as a content creator, which is, in my opinion, stop streaming.
Great advice.
Really? Okay.
Well, it's very general, a very general statement. I think I kind of remember what he said about it because I remember watching the video. I watched the video like twice. I watched him and then I watched.
Dude, I
react to
love the
video.
fact that you watch these videos, dude.
Yeah, I feel like you can't be a content creator and like not watch these videos. Like if you really want growth.
I agree.
And it's I'm trying to think. If you are going to only stream, nothing else, then you're not gonna get anywhere for the most part.
Nope.
Like 98% of people, you know, other 2%, they'll like talk to people on Twitter or whatever, then they'll rate them and boom with their careers. But for the most part, 98% of people, you're just gonna only stream. It's just not happening, right?
Yep.
So stop streaming means take the time that you would be streaming and use it for other things.
Yep.
TikTok, YouTube Shorts, regular YouTube videos, like paid Twitter ads. I don't freaking know.
You gotta do something to drive the traffic over to wherever your streaming platform is, right? Or wherever your main content creation channel is at that moment.
Right. Yeah. And that it sounds, I feel like at first, you know, the old advice, because everybody streamed on Twitch, right? The old advice was something along the lines of stream a game that doesn't have too many people, but doesn't have like a lot of people, or too few people, blah blah blah, and then that's how you'll be found or whatever. But no, I feel like the like get off your ass and make videos. You know,
100%.
I feel like that's become like industry standard.
I agree.
But people still don't do it.
Yeah, dude, it blows my mind. And I think it's crazy how like a lot of the top creators give that same advice, right? And a lot of creators still don't do it.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of people who don't do it, and the people who last are the people who do it.
Agreed.
You know, even if you had success on a different platform, like especially Twitch, right? If you've had success on Twitch, but not really any other like platform that recommends your stuff.
Yep.
Like, you have a significantly lower chance of, you know, being a relevant creator within the next 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, than somebody of your same size, but that person is uploading videos, even if videos aren't even doing that well.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you, were you making YouTube videos the entire time you've been a Twitch streamer before you shipped over to YouTube like you have recently?
Not the entire time. I tested the waters. I was one of those dudes who like we were talking about earlier, they made a video like 2-3 weeks in a row, and then like stopped for like a hell of a long time.
That was me
and then
too.
Tried again, and then the next time I tried again, I just had some like family medical issues going on or whatever, so I eventually had to like stop for a while, and then I came back and I was like, okay, you know, I really wanted the success or whatever, and so then I just went into it. So I guess it was meant to be my second attempt, but my real second attempt didn't happen until like October-ish.
Right.
And so, yeah, I just like consistent freaking went at that shit. But
was there something that helped you? Was there something that helped you out with like making more videos? Because there was a huge amount of like the amount of videos you were outputting after you started to grow was a lot more than before you kind of focused on YouTube content. Just looking at your channel, right? Was there something you did in your day-to-day that really helped, like either I don't believe in motivation, but helped motivate you, or maybe like a habit you built or something to really get you to be on the computer to edit those videos and upload it, that you can recommend for a new creator trying to test the waters out or try to find that motivation?
Well, it wasn't motivation. I was feeling very unmotivated throughout the entire like end of last year. Very unmotivated.
Same.
Because like I felt like I've been doing a lot of shit and just none of it was working.
Yep.
And it was more discipline.
Yeah.
I guess. Where it was just like, one of these has got to work eventually.
Well, we gotta hit one at least, right?
Yeah. I was like, one of these has got to work. Just keep going. I know it sucks, but just keep doing it, and one of these is gonna work. I was like depressed, bro. I felt like it's one of those things where you're putting in so much more work and you care about it. It seems like you care about it more than like everybody else, because you're actively trying to create and you're working and blah 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 blah, and you see other people who sort of get that amount of success by doing maybe like a fourth of what you're doing, right?
Yep.
And it's like demotivating as heck, and you're just like,
yeah, it's like that dude released 2 videos in the last 6 months and both of them
they don't even make videos.
Yeah, that too, right? Dude, I feel you there 100%. I might not have gotten like that rock bottom, but I was with you in the sense that I streamed and made content for 2 to 3 years, right? And I never went past like, I think maybe I peaked at like 20 average viewers without a raid, but for the most part, it was always 5 to 10 average for those 2 to 3 years, right? And then like you said, dude, when you're putting in the work and the passion is there, but you're not getting the reward. It's like, it's crippling, dude.
Yeah, no, it's
But you
it's
stuck
awful.
to it. You stuck to your guns and you kept trying because of the discipline, and then it paid off, man.
Yeah, it's what really would like get me though, really get me, is how I feel like a lot of the people who have success, especially on Twitch, are like the 1 to 2%ers, you know, who sort of gain a lot of traction and views without going like the video creation route, you know. And then those are the people that are always being pushed in your face, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones who are always on top. You know, you go through all of them or whatever. They're not YouTubers, not TikTokers, or for the most part, right? They just stream,
Yeah.
right? And I think half the time they don't even know how they got the success they had, right?
Yeah.
And so, like when you're a creator who wants to get to that level, you know, all the only people who you can see, the only example of not the only, but the majority of the examples that you see of the place you want to get to are the people who didn't have to do what you're doing to get there.
Facts.
Right. And so you're just like, it makes you feel really worthless that you put in like a bajillion more hours and you're trying to create way more than this other person. You do a lot of comparing when you're that low, because I did.
Yeah, no,
it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all.
It's not healthy. The comparisons isn't healthy at all. Would you say?
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said, "Would you say in the end it's all about the streamer and content creator and how they present what they do?" That's a great question. Would you say in the end it's all about the streamer / content creator and how they present what they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say so. I don't really know what else it would be though.
Yeah, it's how
like what's the alternative?
Yeah, I agree. You got to be good at presenting your content, and then it's also about the content creator themselves as a person, and like you said, the discipline to keep going even when things don't look so good, right?
Yeah, but
And
I want to say out there, like if you're struggling with it right now and you feel like you've hit rock bottom, you're just trying to do all this shit and none of it's working, but you see like, and you're comparing yourself to the people who just like did so much less. Like I want you to know that I've been there. Okay, just like if I could change something, if I could look back and change something, it would be to not give a shit about what they're doing.
facts. Yes, dude. Just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself,
Right.
because the process, and like you never know. Maybe they're ahead of you for like the first 2 years by a lot, right? But then when you blow up, or like sometime in the future, you end up surpassing them, right? Everyone has like different rates of growth, and that's just a fact in the industry.
For sure. And like you know, if you're creating videos or whatever and your videos are starting to do well or whatever, but they're not like, you know, really exploding or whatever, and you don't exactly have the viewership that somebody else who I guess is putting in, you know, less work. One of my friends told me this. Like I was talking to him on the phone because I was telling him like I was super frustrated. No, not frustrated. It was right after that first video did really well. That first VOD review video, and he was like, "I know you're not getting the same amount of views as this person, this live viewers.
Yep.
But I would much rather be in your position than their position, because you are making videos, and these videos are going to be a lot longer lasting.
Yes.
This format is going to be a lot longer lasting than somebody who doesn't. And like, if that's you, then if you're in that same boat, like I would say just recognize if you're in that boat or not. Because once you realize that, like, oh, I may not be getting the amount of eyes or the success that this person's getting or the money that this person's getting.
Yep.
Right. At the end of the day, you know, as a video creator, you are in a much better place than somebody who just barely only live streams.
Yep. That's just facts,
So-
because your thing is constantly in the algorithm, and like old videos from content creators that don't do good at all of a sudden randomly blow up in the future.
Right.
Randomly.
That's
And
the case with the VOD video. It had 200 views for like 3 weeks,
yes.
and then bam,
Dude.
all of a sudden.
No joke. One of my videos that I made like 8 months ago, way before the blow up, where I was averaging like 300 views, like tops, right?
Right.
All of a sudden blew up to like 60K. But it was like an old video that I'm not even that proud of, right? Like, and like you said,
Yeah.
it's just recognizing that if you're a video creator and a streamer, understand that it might not get the views right away, but long term, the shelf life of those videos are almost infinite.
Right, exactly. So, you know, if you're making videos, even on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, if you're making, you know, videos on any of these platforms, you know, I've seen TikToks from like a year ago start to blow up, you know, today, right? So if you are consistently making videos and you're really you have discipline, you're really putting out the content, whatever, consistently, and you are in a much better position than somebody who has way more success than you, and who isn't actively trying to like put their content out there. So even though you don't have the numbers or the money, you're just in a much better position.
That's facts.
It doesn't feel like it. It really won't feel like it. It'll really feel like you feel like a piece of shit. You feel like awful. Right?
You feel like an idiot sometimes because you stay up all night working on that one vid and it does bad, and you see someone else do a vid, and if you're in that comparison mentality, it's like, well, why isn't my vid doing good? And it's like an endless rabbit hole, right?
Right.
But do you think it's worth going through it?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, dude.
People also want to know more about the content creator. Back in the day, it was professional like, but now people want to know you and see you grow. Yes, I think YouTube and just we've gone from wanting to see celebrities as idols to seeing celebrities as one of the boys, just like one of your friends, one of your cool dudes. That's why PewDiePie does so well.
Yeah, because he connects with the audience so much, and
exactly.
he's just a normal, average, funny Joe dude for the most part. You know, comparing yourself to others is the most toxic thing you can do to yourself. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
At the same time, it's not like you can just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop doing it." You know, it's
a process.
It's my best advice to somebody who's trying to stop comparing themselves to other people is to just focus on your work. Just like go into your work, start making more things. You know, more hours, whatever, anything to take your mind off of comparing yourself.
Yeah,
that's what I did. I was like, God, I feel like ass. So I started editing more.
That way you don't have time to compare, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
So this is something I'm gonna do every show and with every guest if they're comfortable with it. Would you be comfy if you took over the show from here on out?
The podcast?
Yeah, like you just completely take it over for this episode, for the rest of the episode. Would you be comfy with it? You ask all the questions, you come up with the topic. It's up to you. It's a yes or no. Only if you're comfy with it. Yeah,
I'm down,
let's do it. Awesome. So, fam, Dream Team fam, welcome to the Be Unreal podcast. I am the guest on Nick's brand new show that features content creators, and we talk about topics that are both extremely random and have no relation to content creation, and topics that can actually help out brand new content creators. Nick, thank you for having me on the show.
Yo, thank you for being here, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day.
It's been a spicy day, man. I was talking to this content creator earlier, super charismatic. Learned that he was an introvert, which like blew my mind because I did not expect that from him. And
trust that. I see. I don't believe that for a second.
No, I'm serious, dude.
You said that, but I don't believe it,
dude. Listen. From the way that you conduct yourself on Twitter and in videos, you make yourself seem, or that creator made himself seem like he was just the most charismatic dude I've ever seen. Like up there with the King Live, which if the King Live tells me he's introvert, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't have a good read on people anymore.
All right, so now for me to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
I am very curious. So you have about we have a similar subscriber base, but I am very curious about how your viewer turnout on your normal Genshin or Impact, Honkai Impact.
Yeah, Honkai and Genshin.
Honkai Impact. So your viewer turnout on those streams is an insane number for the amount of subscribers you have. And I was wondering, how do you do it?
It's really ridiculous, man. There's a lot of factors. One factor is luck. I'm not gonna lie, but the luck is the smallest factor. in my opinion.
Okay.
But luck is the factor. That's just a
Luck
fact.
how?
Luck in the sense that the initial, so you know how like both you and me actually have very similar YouTube statistics in the sense on how we blew up. Like if you look at both of our graphs, which is what I did by the way, our rate of growth was actually almost exactly the same. We both did content on YouTube for about two and a half to 3 years. And then there was like 1 month where you just see it's like a line and it looks almost like a flat line that's barely coming off the ground, and then it just kind of slopes up, right?
Right.
I got lucky that a good number of that initial viewer base wasn't toxic and was open-minded and was willing to hear me out on some spicy opinions I had on the game. So I took a really big gamble. You know when like you do new content on like a new video series, and one of the risks that you have to consider when you do new content is how brutally honest you want to be. Right? Because if you're doing content on someone's favorite game and they adore this game and they love let's say the story, or they love the gameplay mechanics of like Apex, right? And then you say you don't like the mechanic that they love, like right away you're gonna jade some of the viewers, right? I think I got lucky having viewers that were willing to see my full like opinion, whether it was bad or good, on Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact, right? And then once I saw that they were willing to hear me out on like videos and not streaming, right? I literally spent, this might sound a little crazy, 3 hours a day for the next 2 to 3 weeks replying to every single comment I saw on every single video, and literally asking, I want to say like 40%, what would you want me to do in terms of future videos, and what do you want to see me cover?
That is very interesting, because I do the exact same. I reply to almost all of my comments.
Hell yeah.
But that whole 40% where you ask them questions, you know what? Honestly, just ask them a question in general.
Yeah.
Is a really good idea.
Yeah. It could be a general question. It could be what's their favorite. My favorite thing to say is like, who is your favorite creator, and like what's your favorite video series of this game? So like I was new to Honkai Impact, but I've played Genshin Impact before, right? So when I came into Honkai, one of the main questions I kept asking the community was like, what's the coolest thing to do in Honkai Impact? What is the coolest thing? And I like tried to see like what was like the biggest reply. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stream that first. And then I made a list. Okay, a lot of people are saying this next, I'm gonna do that next. So it was kind of focusing the initial content around what the community wanted to see, even though I knew nothing about A, what it's gonna be about, or B, how to even do it properly, right? And then the next big thing is when I did those streams, I made it super clear that I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, and to not expect any good gameplay or, you know, profound insight, but that you guys wanted to see the content, so we're covering it, right? It makes the community feel involved, and it makes it feel like a real community, because they're like, whoa, that one recommendation I gave on that first video, he actually posted a video on it.
Yeah, I think I did a similar thing though. I did a similar thing with my the recommendations. When somebody, I would see like a comment, or I put out a post on the community tab where people could tell me who they wanted me to review, right? And so usually I would do, you know, the top 2 or top 3 or whatever. And then so people are like, wow, I can't believe you did a video on my recommendation. I even used somebody's video that they linked. I'm like, I can't believe they did that. And so yeah, I kind of like do something similar. Probably not to the same extent as you, but I should. It's interesting.
Did you and then the other 2 big factors that really helped out was I did off-stream community interaction in the gaming community. So like both the people that joined my Discord and the people that interacted with me on Twitter, right? I interacted with them off stream and off videos, like just gaming stuff. Like, hey, like, what do you think about this? How to do this? I love this. And then just kind of like geeking out about it with other people, right? And I think it kind of shows like how genuine of a person you are and how much of a geek you are for the content that you're covering. And that's the word I'm looking for. It kind of proves to them that you really do love what you're covering, you know? Someone in the chat said, why do you need 10K to begin with? Just do what you like and see where that's going to take you. I agree, but I actually think that when you're starting out as a content creator, you don't know what you like. So that was like the biggest thing.
All you know is that you want 10K, but you don't know what you like.
Yes, yes. I actually like I went into asking those questions not because like, oh, I want to cover content that I don't enjoy, because I'll never do that. But it was, I don't know anything about this game or this community or this like new content series that's doing good. Let me ask the community, because I bet you they know the answer for me. It's kind of like putting faith and trust and power into the community over you, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so that's your third biggest factor. What's your fourth?
Third biggest factor. That's 100% the third. And then the last thing would be a ridiculous amount of research into the game's like history. But part of that is because I'm a geek for studying. That's why like I looked into like your videos, right? Anytime I talk to someone or interact with a community or a game or whatever it is, I love learning like how it came to be. And I think that kind of showed, yeah, I think it's a big thing. It's like, just show how genuine you are, how you won't BS your viewers, and every aspect of you is like a genuine part of who you are as a person.
So your number 4 would be people respond to genuineness.
Yes, but no BS genuineness. So don't be afraid to come off as a jerk and then just communicate. Make sure to communicate. You're not trying to come off as a jerk, right? On the things that might not put you in the positive light. Like don't be afraid to be in the wrong. I think welcome the fact that your community might know more than you, and vice versa.
Right.
You might know more than your community, right?
Right. No, for sure. I've definitely had people correct me in the comments.
No, dude, me too. 100%. I made a fool of myself on way too many streams.
Yeah. It's so. Do you go for like what are your streams? Are your streams like educational, or like what kind of stuff do you put on your streams?
They're both entertainment and educational. So the big thing with Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact, with where I'm at in both games, is I focus on the story and then playing through the story, right? But it's also making sure that while I do the story, it's understanding that I might not be the most entertaining guy in the world, and trying to bring some type of value during the stream. So like when I'm doing the story, I'll constantly shoot out some of the most craziest and wildest predictions and theories on what's going to happen next, right? And sometimes I'm on the ball, and other times I'm completely way off the mark. And viewers are like, dude, like, whoa, he actually predicted that. Or, bro, you're such an idiot, man. Like, why do you think that's going to happen, you know? And it kind of, even the haters that are in your chat that don't like the prediction you just made, it kind of makes like this, like, now I gotta see him
Be wrong.
Be wrong. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to find. So they like, viewers want to see you be wrong, but they also want to see you be right at the same time. So it's kind of like playing into both, if that makes sense.
So are most of your streams just like story streams, or
and then besides
what other kinds of things you do? What other kinds of things you do
besides story streams? So I know for a fact story won't last forever, and then it takes a while for like devs to release stories. So in the in between, one thing that really blew up the channel was I did music video analysis, because I love music, right? Of the game. And I'm actually not professionally trained in music at all, but I love listening to music. So I kind of combined a passion of mine that I've never introduced in the channel before with the game that I was covering, and experimented in making that video. And I guess I have a lot of good things to say about music, because a lot of people were like, whoa, like, he's passionate about it, and he actually knows some things.
That's how it was for me in Apex.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why that video with the VTuber blew up, right? It was like, wait, like, not only, okay, he's covering the creator that I like, right? But he actually has like some insight on, you know, like what he could do there.
Yeah, I've had people tell me I got from silver to diamond because of you, and I'm like, that's a big jump, man.
That's a huge jump.
Did I do that much? Yeah.
And then I think Ludwig and Harris says this, treating every stream like it's it's an event, it's a party. That's how I treat every single stream, you know?
Yeah, I definitely lacked there, just because like I don't know. It's kind of a little bit harder to do that with
is.
Apex, just because, just because of the nature of the game or whatever, and the fact that school, so I wasn't able to like plan things out because whenever I plan things out beforehand, they usually go well.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I was shocked when Nick first replied to one of my comments because it was the first time I'd ever had a creator reply to me on one of their videos. To me, it just felt very welcoming. The strat, bro. That's the strat.
It's kind of like thinking about your major for college, but 75% of the time, you don't know what exactly you're doing until just writing it out. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. So like I used to stream League of Legends a lot, and every now and then once in a blue moon Valorant. I think back then I didn't do what I do now with streams, which is like make it an event or a party. But like you said, with competitive, it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who would like have solid advice for that? The King Live. Hear me out. So this is, and I could be completely off. You could do this and then like your views go down, and if so, I'm sorry. But an idea that just popped in my head. What if you did educational VOD review content once in a blue moon, or you mixed a piece of it in your streams, right? And then the rest of the stream is what you actually want to do. But then like another small break in the stream, it's that educational focused content that brings like a ridiculous amount of value. And then you go back to the competitive queue.
Yeah. I mean, so I've done members only VOD review streams before.
Right.
And so I'll take that, then I'll turn those into VTuber videos.
Dude, that's so smart.
Yeah. So I've only done, I did it like one time, but it was like it was a long time. It was a long stream. And so I'm definitely thinking about, I still want to reward the members in some different way, but I'm thinking about adding them as well for regulars, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, that's that. Like King's like one of my best friends. I like talk to King all the time.
Dude, he's
not really all the time, but like
I haven't talked to him in a while, and he's so awesome. And I wish he's a really good dude.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very, very good friend of mine. We talk about content creator stuff a lot. And so I think that's where I got the original idea to do that sort of thing on stream, because that's what he does, or that's what he used to do.
That makes sense.
I don't think he likes doing it anymore because it's kind of like stressful or whatever to do it on stream.
Yeah, I bet.
But that's why I think what you said, once in a blue moon, is very, very important.
Yeah, I don't think I could do like a whole stream where it's like a dedicated to like one specific educational type of content. I don't know if I'm an energetic, hyperactive dude, but I don't know if I got that much energy in me.
Right. So, yeah, King's a good example of that. I'm definitely going to try it once I come back.
Yeah.
Although one of the biggest things was especially when you do those educational content things that you want to use for YouTube later.
Yeah.
Like you really can't be reading chat as much as you normally do, and like it's even more difficult for me right now because like when I stream. There's a lot of people there. Sometimes there'll be like 100, 200 people there, and there will be like the chat will be going, and I still read almost every single chat message, out loud. Yep. And I definitely feel like I shouldn't, at least during those educational things.
Yeah, that's been hard for me. There's been moments where like I had to not read chat, and my brain is like, dude, just respond to the question. Just take a peek at chat real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Both of your streams feel very professional.
That's what I was gonna read.
Do you think that was one of the reasons you did well, talking about quality of microphone, camera setup, and layout?
Yes.
Ooh.
At least my answer is yes. If I'm just gonna be real, if my mic sounded like ass and my freaking room looked like ass and I looked like ass and my camera quality was ass, then at least for me, if I was a viewer, I don't care how interesting, like how much I would get out of it, I would not be able to watch it. But maybe that's just me. Like physical, like aesthetics play a big role for me as a viewer.
No, actually, I agree with you, just because I remember seeing one of your clips on Twitter for the first time, and the first thing that caught my eye was your room. Right?
It's usually
yeah, I saw the room and I was like, dude, Spider-Man. Oh my God. I literally followed you. No joke. I literally followed you off of Spider-Man, and that's it. I was like, oh, Spider-Man follow.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, then I stuck around for you because your personality and your jokes was an absolute 10 out of 10.
But no, quality is like for the most part, very, very important. Unless you're like the next XQC or whatever, right?
Yep.
You know, clearly there are going to be exceptions to the rule, but like, you know, if I don't know, if Pokimane, you know, had a shitty camera, shitty mic, you know, shitty background or whatever, you know, she probably wouldn't be doing as well as she did. Like,
I don't think so either.
And so it's one of those things where I think everybody appreciates quality and they're drawn to quality more. But obviously there are people who can like, you know, overcome that with, you know, different aspects. Be usually either gameplay or just you're batshit insane like XQC.
Yep.
So.
Oh, dude. Answering a previous question that you said, you know what's the other biggest thing that helps with live stream viewers? Marketing. Building hype around every stream. I did that every single time, like without fail. So like,
how did you go about doing that?
So 3 different things. 1, YouTube community posts, right?
Right.
I would do 2 community posts the day of a big stream. And then if I knew I could stream like on that day, right? A few days ahead of time. That way people knew. And then also doing that same thing on Twitter. And then doing the same thing on Discord. But then also talking about my excitement for like the next part of the game that I was going to do. Just as a regular dude in the general chat of Discord. If that makes sense.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So, are you worried about like spamming your community posts though? That's like one of my worries.
100%.
So I don't like. That's why I don't like.
100%,
dude. I'll talk about like a stream every once in a blue moon on my community posts, but for the most part, they're just YouTube video announcements.
I'll be honest. I think, and I'm sorry, fam, if you're watching this and you're one of the people that I annoy, but I do think I'm probably one of the most annoying content creators when it comes to the amount of posts I do in Discord announcements and YouTube community posts. But my personality is a very hyperactive, like just me as a person. I geek out about stuff. So like my end thought was, if they don't like it when I do it for announcements, they're probably not gonna like it when I do it on stream. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Right?
No,
so like,
fair,
yeah, so it paid off for me. I don't know if that would pay off for everyone, but I feel like that's a big part actually. I completely blanked on that.
So do you think didn't the opposite might work as well, where you sort of like underplay it, you know, you don't really like talk about it, and then all of a sudden it's there and everybody's like, whoa, where did this come from, you know, and then they click on it because it's like, oh, I'm gonna miss it, it's a once in a blue moon, you know, if you sort of like, does that kind of make sense? Kind of get what I'm saying? Ish, sort of.
Yes. I actually think that could work if you do it for a specific type of content. I don't think it would work for like every video or every stream, but I think if you did it for like a unique video series, right? Where it's like, hey, random stream, like it's just gonna come on, right? And it's a special show. Like if I'm a viewer, if I got hit with that and that consistently happened like sporadically, you know, it was a really cool series I enjoyed, I'll be honest, I would turn on notifications. You know what I mean? Because it's a series that I really like, and it's like, dude, I keep missing it. What the hell? Right? I don't think it would work with every stream because I've tried doing random streams. I do that on purpose just to chat with like a smaller community if possible, right? Because I get a lot of live viewer turnout when I hype it up a little too much.
Right.
Sometimes I want the smaller chat. I know the views are cool, but when you have the bigger chat, it's harder to read all the comments, so you feel a little more bad.
Right.
But yeah, I do think like that would encourage, like for me at least as a viewer, I would turn on notifications 1000%.
That's interesting. I said you just gave me the idea of maybe doing like a sporadic, like a VOD review stream or whatever.
Dude.
Make people turn on the notifications, wouldn't it?
I don't know if I'm just biased towards you, but I don't think the amounts of announcements is too much or annoying. Awesome. Heck yeah. I'm glad there's at least one. Same here, Object. There's 2. I think the thing with games like Apex is that it's mainly about how good you are at the game. I don't think there's really any story or character in the game that people could be invested in. So you have to bring
they have like
yourself.
like a comic book like story. They have like comic pages or whatever, but like very few people give a shit about it.
Ooh, wait, what if you played into that? Or not what you just said. When you were talking about how the biggest thing with Apex is it's competitive and it's like go every single game, right?
Right.
So what if you made every competitive stream a show?
Yeah, I've thought about it, but like the only way I can think of doing it is like a challenge, win only with grenades or something like that, like
Oh,
that's
what if it was
the
like
only thing I think about doing it.
what if it was like ranked competitive streams, right? And then during like your ranked grind, you had, so I don't know if you have a stream deck, but you had like stream macros, and when you got a win, a special animation would happen and a special overlay would pop up, right? Or depending on if you can get a certain amount of losses or wins, you reward the community with some type of content or some type of reward.
Yeah, I've definitely those have definitely crossed my mind a bit. I did one stream where every time I died, Ada-Adas, they do that shit in anime. Yeah, every time I died, I did that. Yeah.
You just gave my community an idea. Oh no.
And so, yeah, I'm definitely trying to go along that route. Yeah, I did. When I lost the food challenge, I did a 12-hour stream using the gun I hate the most.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I played that 12 hours straight, and I wanted to die at the end. And that's when I think that's when I broke my eyes and had to start wearing blue light glasses.
I might need to invest in that. I'm not feeling it now, but the fact that you're talking about it has me like, I think eventually I might need it.
So things like that, I've tried. Not everyone is gonna be like that, or at least right now, I hope I can get them to be like that.
Yeah.
Because the turnout for that stream was nuts. The 12 hours Spitfire punishment stream.
Ooh, okay. That's good though, because that means that you can get the turnout.
Yeah. So,
maybe just
I didn't have time to like brainstorm ideas or anything like that.
Right.
School and stuff like that.
Of course.
I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Heck yeah.
Sort of thing.
Where's the rematch Snick versus pizza?
I did viewer 1v1s as well, and
Nice.
that turnout was really good.
Ooh, okay.
And so yeah, now I kind of like knew it kind of before, but you telling me your experiences and stuff like that. But I guess the more you make your streams an event, the more there are people that show up.
Yeah. And what's cool about that is like you can still do the for fun content, right? Like I have my event streams, but every now and then I do just like a regular, like maybe once or twice a week, a regular gaming session stream where it's mad chill, hang out with the chat. Right. The viewer turnout isn't as big, but because you got more viewers with the event streams, right? It still increased the viewer count.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think right now I'm still a little too used to how because Twitch is literally all just like chill gaming session streams.
Yep.
Right. And YouTube is, definitely not that. And so I think I'm still right now, it's something that I want to change. I've been thinking about changing. I plan on changing, but it's still something that I'm just way too used to. And I think I played into that like too much at this point, but like I haven't had, the time or resources to like change it up right now just because of like other things. But yeah, so there's definitely a lot of merit to these, to what you're saying, 100%.
Any spicy questions you got?
Trying to think. God, I had like 3 more, but they're like
Next, Ada is surprisingly powerful. I'm gonna have to play it one day.
You can watch the 12-hour VOD.
I'm gonna go back to it 1000%, dude.
I even have a video. I have a video where I Ada in front of my friend. He didn't know what Ada was. He thought it was aggressive.
Oh, dope.
He was surprised by its sexuality. Just kidding. But questions. So this might be like a little bit of a controversial.
Hey, ask me anything.
Controversial question. Okay. So I see you've done like a lot of reaction videos, and those do like really well.
Yes.
I watched one a few days ago, although I don't remember too much about it. When you're doing a reaction video, what sort of like maybe that's not what I'm trying to say. So there's a lot of controversy, I would say, because we both do sort of like reaction content, but we're like a little bit different.
Yep.
There's a lot of controversy in whether people think that reacting just to react and not really like doing anything special. I'm not saying you do that, but they say there's no value and it's like a bad video. I'm curious about your opinion on that as somebody else who is sort of like a reaction content creator, because I've had another reaction content creator talk about it, and I'm like, what do you? I think there is some merit to what they're saying, and so I'm wondering, what do you think makes a reaction content like video like good content?
Good content. And
what specifically do you do?
So I agree and disagree. I agree because I think there are so many reaction videos on YouTube, and since you're already competing with so many people, right? The YouTuber that reacts to something that you also react to, right, is going to get the click over you if you don't have something special in that video. But I actually think you should react to not everything, but the content you're excited about. So I get probably, I want to say I react to like 40% of the stuff that is expected of me or is asked of me to react to. Not because I don't want, or not because I haven't been able to react to the other stuff, but because I know for a fact if I react to it, it's not where my excitement is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I never BS any reaction. But the other thing that I do is, and your watch time is gonna hurt, by the way, when you do this with the first few vids, because my watch time did.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So when you do a reaction video, your average watch time will always, guaranteed, your first few videos end when the video ends. So like the video that you're watching and reacting to, right? The moment that finishes, your first reaction videos will always guarantee, no matter what you do, no matter what you say in the beginning, right, will average at that moment. And it's gonna hurt your channel a little bit. But what I started doing was, even off camera, I would react to a video, and if I ended up liking it a lot, I'm the guy that rewatches a really dope effing trailer like 17 times, right? So I literally record myself all 16 times, or like however many number of times that I end up wanting to rewatch the video, and then I clip all my comments that I have on each rewatch, and I put it into like a montage that I add at the end after the original initial reaction, if that makes sense. So there's more reaction content to watch.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Reactions over.
Yep. So the initial reaction videos, right? They get you the views because they always do much better than most content, at least on my channel, and I've seen that on other YouTubers too. But the watch time will be bad. But on those few viewers that accidentally go past like the initial video and they see the rest of the content, some of them will leave a comment and go, dude, your analysis, or like the way you geeked out about like the music, I vibed with that so heavily. And then when another person clicks on your video, a lot of like YouTube viewers, what I've noticed is they go to the comments first before they actually like invest in the video. So it's like your community or your viewers are kind of marketing for you, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's my take on, that's my take on what good reaction videos are, pretty much.
And okay, I want to ask another thing about, I'm looking at your channel right now, and I see that you have some streams that hit crazy numbers.
Yep.
And one thing that I see that's very, I guess, consistent throughout your streams is the way you, I mean, sure, thumbnail, but the way you title them, which I think is interesting as well. Because maybe I'm just from Twitch, so I'm not super used to this yet.
Yep.
But recently, my instinct, because that's what I do on Twitch, is that I would make like a really stupid or funny title that like kind of is like completely irrelevant to the YouTube video.
Yep.
But I've learned a little bit, and it's very evident looking at your streams that title has a lot bigger impact on YouTube than it does on Twitch.
1000%.
Especially on your streams.
I actually purposely did a stream that I started with a bad, this is, by the way, if my fam is in the chat, you guys are like getting insider information on what I do sometimes. There's some streams where I purposely put a bad title in the beginning, and then halfway through the stream, or like after the stream is done, right, I look at the numbers and then I'll retitle it to the title I had planned for it, just to see if it makes a difference. And when I tell you my viewership has skyrocketed for that VOD, by like 48 to 60%. That's not an exaggeration. Yeah. It's not an exaggeration, dude. Like, so this is gonna sound really messed up. I did one video where it was a short video, but the title and the thumbnail was really good, but the video barely had any content, right? And it did better than the other video that had great content, but had a mediocre title and a bad thumbnail. Even though the content and the watch time on the other one was so bad, right? Because it got clicks and views, it did better. So all you got to do is just get all three. Like, that's how you make a banger video, from what I've noticed, is watch title, thumbnail, then watch time, in that order.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely noticed that too, because I've starting to like experiment with like colors in my thumbnails.
Yep.
And I've started to realize what colors do well, because there are colors that do well and there are colors that do not do well.
Yes, this is a fact, dude. Yellow, pink, or yellow, red, and blue gets me more clicks than any other color in the rainbow.
Really?
That's a fact.
See, for me, for me, it's like pink, red, and yeah, for me it's just mostly pink, red, maybe yellow, and like orange, but only if there's like a little bit of it.
Yep.
If there's way too much blue or orange, then they're not gonna do well.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, this is all like legit stuff. And there's like so actually that's a big factor for why I'm doing good, is my thumbnails. I spent 4 months not streaming or doing any YouTube videos, and I literally binge watched George Nowak, the graphic designer of 100 Thieves, right? I binge watched all of his streams giving advice on how to do good graphic design, and then I just used that in my thumbnails.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and when the man explains like the science behind it, it feels like you're cheating when you're doing the thumbnails. I'm not gonna lie.
You need to link me his stuff.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll send you like a few stuff. So for those that are new creators, channels that you need to watch is Alpha Gaming, Harris Heller. If you want to learn how to make good thumbnails, Sesso HQ, and George Nowak. The last two will teach you how to make a good thumbnail, and then Harris Heller will teach you how to be a good content creator. And then watch a ton of the top content creators that you enjoy, whether it's like for Apex or whatever it is, right? And literally write a list of all the titles they used for like their most 10 recent videos that all did good. And then just figure out what made that a banger title.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like I feel very different from the rest of like every Apex creator ever. You know, I really can't relate to a lot of what they do, because most Apex creators do highlight videos from their streams, or they just post a game that they did really well.
Yep.
You know, that's what like 99% of Apex creators, the ones that are successful, do. And so it's like, it's really hard to like copy in like this realm.
What's good about that though is if you can figure out the titles, then you'll be in the top 1% of good titles in the algorithm.
True. It's going to take a lot of studying for sure.
There's a Genshin Impact content creator named Tuanto who is really dope, and I mentioned him earlier. I think he has the best titles in all of Genshin Impact. Like the entire scene. There are other creators that are bigger than him, but he has the best titles in my opinion, and because of that, like, he has grown a ton. I prefer someone in the chat. I prefer to just look at titles as much as possible and ignore the thumbnails as best as I can. Too many with spoilers appearing everywhere on YouTube. That becomes a habit. Yeah,
true.
That's why I think it's titles, thumbnails, then watch time that is the priority for videos, in my opinion.
So, I think that I have too many, like I said, I have too many chill streams.
Yeah.
And so, I have like pre-made, you know, thumbnails for these chill streams or whatever, because I have like a thumbnail guy, right? And so based off of what you're saying, I feel like I should create thumbnails specific for the stream, especially if it's just like if it's a challenge, like I oughta every time I die, you know, it should be its own thumbnail.
Yep, 1000%. I really think you should. I've released videos that I thought would do great, and then they don't do good, like edited, recorded videos, right? And then I just did a stream, and my stream sometimes ends up doing better than my video. Just because just because the title and the thumbnail was really good, and it blows my mind.
Yeah, I did a guide video that I was like, wow, this is a banger. Hold on, I'm just gonna send you this video.
Yeah.
And I thought that the thumbnail was banger, bro. I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I threw Japanese subtitles on it.
Right.
To open it up to Japanese fans or whatever. And then it just like completely flopped. Right? Completely, which I was shocked by.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
It completely flopped. My streams do better than that video. And my streams do, like, they don't do that well compared to my YouTube videos.
Do you mind if I pull up the video on the stream?
Yeah, go for it.
What's the video called?
I DM'd it to you.
Oh, perfect. Hold on, let me see.
But it just completely flopped. I think it's literally one of the best things I've ever created. Right?
Right.
And this thing just went under, and I'm pretty sure it's titling.
Let me see. Actually, you know what? I remember seeing that video because I clicked on it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Apex Legends in-depth tap. Okay, so right out the gate, this is what I learned. When you put when you put the game title, right? When you're a new creator, you want to put the game title in the very beginning of your title. Once you have a community, don't do that. You want to put the game title at the very end, and the reason why is the first hour of your YouTube video, however many clicks you get from your community, it affects the how much it pushes it out initially. Right? And since your community knows you do Apex Legend content, they're going to completely like tune out those first two words.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the other thing is whatever you put in your thumbnail, like say you put like text gain height, right?
Yeah.
Don't put that in your title, if that makes sense. So your title and your thumbnail, the information on both of them should complement each other. They shouldn't be like copies or redundant, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I try to avoid that.
Hold on, let me click the full title.
I just updated the title. Yeah. Should listen, this is your stream, but like I feel like we're kind of leaving everybody out by talking about the video. Should I throw it in chat?
Ooh, yeah.
Know what we're talking about?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me actually, I'm gonna cover your face real quick so y'all can see it. In-depth top strafing guide, practical uses in-game Apex Legends. I might be cut off, maybe. No, it's good. Awesome. And then the actual. Let me refresh because the thumbnail's kind of blurry. No, it was really good. So that's the thumbnail. I actually think the thumbnail is pretty good.
I think it's very pleasing. That's one of my favorites, even though
I actually like it a lot. You might want to make so in graphic design, there's something called hierarchy, right? Which means there's different parts of every thumbnail that has like an order to how the viewer sees it, and hierarchy is like the size. So your text is almost the same size as the arrow when they need to be different sizes so the viewer knows what to look at first. So like if and you could do either or. If the arrow is super important to you, you can make that super huge and then the title like smaller. That way the viewer knows, okay, up, then gain height, or vice versa, right? Besides that though, the thumbnail is really good. And then for the title, in-depth top strafing guide. Without sounding clickbaity though. Hyper focus on top strafing. Don't put in depth. Replace practical uses in, or hold on. Let me recap.
Top strafing advanced guide.
Yeah, there you go. Top strafing advanced guide is a good example, right? Or here's a better one. Because you used to be diamond, right? and you have diamond knowledge. That's just a fact. Diamond tap strafing. Diamond tap strafing. I don't know. Guide, hacks, info, knowledge. But
I don't know about using diamond to the Apex community doesn't hold the same weight that like Masters player does. Like if you're like oh, he's just diamond. Like a lot of in the Apex community, you say you're diamond. Oh, he's just diamond. That's how most people view it.
That's true, but if you're a bronze or a silver or a gold player, you still click on the video because you got something that they don't, you know? And that's where the majority of the community is at.
Yeah, true. But I just feel like I don't know. To me, diamond doesn't have much worth to it.
But I could be wrong. Like in League, it's the same thing. In League, like when you're a diamond, you're diamond. Like you're not special.
Yeah,
you're average, right?
I think it's the same way in Apex.
But I would be willing to gamble that it means a lot to the majority of the base, though, because but then you're competing against master players too. So, interesting. Meanwhile, title and thumbnail of this podcast: how to get 10,000 subscribers. I mean, yeah, it's not 100% wrong. Thumbnails are powerful and the biggest strength of YouTube versus Twitch. Agreed. Agreed.
I think thumbnails are where I'm lacking, probably more than titles.
I think if you can get,
I think I'm lacking both areas, but
yeah, I think if you can get decent at both, or not decent, if you can get great at both, because it's already pretty good. Your thumbnail looks really good. Like you're golden. Like it instead of having 100%, like an A+ on the thumbnail and then a C on the title, if you could get a B on both, I think that'll do better for the algorithm. If that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, since we're here, can I get you to rate my most recent one?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see.
I changed it up.
The VOD reviewed Sea-Dog's voice actor?
Yeah.
I would get rid of This is gonna sound really mean. No, I'm not trying to be a jerk.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I would get rid of because this is gonna sound mean. Nobody cares about you. On YouTube. Everybody cares about Sea-Dogs because I don't know who that. Actually, his face looks very familiar, so I might know who he is. But make him the very first word that they see, and then do Sea-Dog's voice actor's VOD review, if that makes sense.
I will literally change it right now because I don't have anything to lose.
Awesome. And then like if you want to make sure you don't come off as clickbaity, what I do is I'll put either a dash or like I forget what they're called, like a straight line, to show that there's separation between.
Right. Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Reviewing Sea-Dog VA. Have reviewing in front.
Reviewing Sea-Dog's voice actor. I would do VOD review Sea-Dog voice actor if you're gonna.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit hard to have his name up in the.
How big is Sea-Dog? Hold on.
Very.
Because if he's big. Oh no! Put his name in the front. 1,000%. Guaranteed. 100%. Just trust me on that. He's got a lot of subscribers. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting 600,000, not 2 million. That's a lot. Yeah, since he's got that much, like, there's YouTubers that I don't like, no offense, that literally put Mr. Beast as the first word in their YouTube videos. And it gets them a ridiculous amount of views, but the video itself and the thumbnail is super clickbaity and the video itself is really bad. But because it says Mr. Beast in the first 2 words, right? Like, people click on it. 2 million on his main channel and 200K on his sub channel. Dang. He's handsome too, so. At least I think so.
He's a total JoJo fan. Let's go.
Yeah. Interesting. But that's just my take.
Sea-Dog VA's Apex Legends gameplay VOD.
Sea-Dog VA's Apex Legends
gameplay VOD review.
Yeah. Try that. That might actually be really good. 100%. That's way better. Way, in my opinion. And again, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out like there's so much that I gotta figure out.
You know more than me at this point. You're my senpai. UD senpai.
2 million on his main channel, 200. That's crazy, man. That's nuts.
Yeah, and he plays a lot of Apex. I've actually had a decent amount of growth from. I've become friends with one of the people that I've auto-viewed. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. And then I've had like the biggest person that I've auto-viewed, her name's Aqua. She's like the first one I did or whatever.
Yep.
She's massive, right? She actually, without me like prompting or talking about it, she talked about the video I did about her on her stream. And I wasn't even there or anything, and everybody was like, "Oh my god,
that's
so
awesome."
Like I clipped it, I uploaded it for 40K views.
Nice. That's huge.
I didn't monetize it though because I feel bad.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah. No, but that's huge.
So
that's what it depends on the creator. If the creator is smaller than like 50,000 subscribers, then not as many people are searching up like their name in the search bar. But if they have like millions, then their community is searching their name in the search bar, guaranteed 100% of the time.
yeah, for sure. It's crazy. Like now, I think I can solidly get around. I want to say at least 5,000 to 6,000 views.
Yep.
Any VOD review I do, even if my community doesn't know the.
Yep.
So that's
dude, and that's amazing because I know it might not be the same views as like your older videos, but when you compare it to like pre-blow up, it's way better than what your average was, right? Like that's where I'm at right now.
True. And that's how I've been trying to like think about it, because you know recently views have been down like
Same.
astronomically compared to what they used to be, right?
I'm with you there.
And so like I was getting like really hard on myself, especially before the break or whatever, but then I think about it, I'm like,
compared to before, I'm still compared to before, I'm still doing great, right?
Yeah, I'm getting upset about these videos that are getting 5,000 to 6,000 views, you know, after like a week or two, compared to the 31 before.
Yep.
And so the mindset definitely.
And again, dude,
Definitely
you never know when that video you put that only did like a little bit is gonna blow up. Like I was getting 80,000, 100,000 views on certain videos, and then I think I said it earlier on the stream, like a video from 8 months ago that did horrible, just blew up to 60K views in a matter of like 2 weeks. You never know, you know, like the algorithm is so weird.
True. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just got to be like, ugh. It may perform bad at the start, but just let it do its thing.
It's out there, let it do its thing. Who knows? Maybe in 2 months, it's the banger I needed, right?
100%.
Meme looking thumbnails also work. Memes are your community. Memes are everything for getting like initial click through. I don't want to talk about this on the podcast, but it's a good example. I lost a bet, and the bet was, if I lost the bet, I needed to make an anime waifu love confession video. where I don't even want to talk about this because people are gonna search it up. And I lost the bet, so I made the video, and it was 5 minutes long, and that was my best initial viewed video on the channel, period. Even though it's nowhere near like any of my top videos, the initial like blow up, right, was ginormous. And what ends up happening is like your community is like, dude, like you're seeing in the chat, Rita, bro. I'm not losing this next bet, by the way. Y'all think I'm gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose. Y'all got the last one. I underestimated you as a community. This one, nah, I know how good I can do a challenge and a bet. And
no, like I completely understand. Like I made a meme video about a month ago, and everything before then, it would get like, I don't know, 1.5 to 2,000 views in the first like hour, 2 hours or whatever. And then I made a meme video and I posted it at like 1 a.m., which is way after I normally post.
Yep.
And that sucker got like 4K views in like an hour.
Yeah.
And that just like blew up, and I was like, what? And then I turned that into YouTube short is what I need to do.
Oh, bro, you're a genius, actually. Nah, actually, I don't. I didn't even promote that video because I didn't want to promote it.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't post it on Twitter. I didn't post it on Discord. Nowhere. Still banged.
So are you thinking about, have you started attempting or uploading YouTube Shorts?
I did a few. Sadly, one that I knew was gonna do good got copyrighted, which is like pain.
Yeah, it's not like they make much money anyway.
Yeah. But I learned that with YouTube Shorts, they don't do as good when they're by themselves that day without a video, and they do a lot better if you like uploaded a video and then like hours later you uploaded a short.
What? First of all, why do you think that is, and then how did you come across that, or how did you discover that?
The only reason why I discovered that was I promised my community I was going to do a reaction video to something I forgot, so I had to get it out that day, right? And I had already finished the short and was planning to release the short, so I did the video first because I knew that they really wanted to see it, and then I did the short. Completely accident, right? The reason why I think it works is because the video, since it was getting viewers to the channel, was on Genshin Impact, and then the short was also Genshin Impact, so people would click because of the video, right? And then they would see the short being the newest video, and I imagine the mentality is like, it's just 30 seconds, it's just a minute long, I can check that out real quick, right? And then they click it and then they leave, or maybe they subscribe.
So do you think that maybe the success of that short could also just be due to the nature that it's a good video and YouTube pushed it out?
I think so. I've seen YouTube channels that like legit have 2 YouTube videos and they were both 50 views, and then they uploaded a short and I got 800,000 and it blew up their channel. You know, and I looked into it. That's in the Genshin Impact community. But I did upload a few shorts that were similar, right? Weeks after by themselves just to test it out. It didn't do nowhere near as good as that first one.
Really?
And then I did the video with the short the week after that, and that one did similar numbers to the first short. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like a proven fact, but that is what I've noticed. Like over like 4 weeks of testing, I could be completely off my ball though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
So that is interesting. I think there's a lot of potential in YouTube Shorts. Not exactly monetary potential. Yep. But potential exposure potential and potential to bring people to like your streams, especially.
Yeah, 100%.
Because going from a YouTube short to a YouTube stream is infinitely better than going from a YouTube short to a Twitch stream.
Oh, dude, 1000%. Getting people over to Twitch is like pulling teeth.
It's impossible.
It's so hard, man.
Like I saw this guy on TikTok who had like 40,000 followers on TikTok, and all he makes is Twitch content, like giving Twitch streamers advice, blah 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 blah. Right. And then I went over to his stream, right, and he pretty much got the same amount of viewers or same stream viewers that I got when I was on Twitch.
Oh,
right.
dang.
Like it didn't translate at all to Twitch.
Right.
But I have a strong feeling that if he streamed on YouTube, those TikTok viewers would be way more likely to subscribe to his YouTube channel. First of all, if he made YouTube videos off of doing this, like fully length YouTube videos, giving similar advice. And if he streamed on that channel, I feel like they'd be way more likely to transfer over. Like, I think making videos on any other platform would bring in viewers to YouTube streams a lot easier than Twitch. Because there's like, I think Harris, I mean, he's definitely talked about it multiple times. There's like every other YouTube platform's over here, right? Yeah. And then there's just Twitch over here.
Over here by itself.
It's a million times easier to get TikTok, to go to YouTube, to go to Twitter, to go to Instagram. All these things are connected over here, and there's like Twitch. Over here.
Exactly.
Which doesn't really like make sense to me in terms of like. Maybe it's because there's a button on TikTok to where you can just click the YouTube button and it takes you to YouTube. Yep. But that's pretty helpful. But besides that, like, I still really am confused about why TikTok is so ineffective about bringing people to Twitch, but probably better about bringing people to YouTube's live stream. And that probably has a lot to do with that button.
You know why I think actually?
Why?
So a lot of my viewer base. So my exact numbers are 55% of my viewer base is in America,
Right.
and the rest is out of America. And what I've learned with everyone outside of America, okay, awesome. What I've learned, especially in Asian countries, is for whatever reason, multiple reasons, it's so much harder to make a Twitch account than it is to make a YouTube account. And part of it is like the authentication that Twitch asks of you, right? Whereas with YouTube, it's just like a typical Gmail for the most part.
Right.
And Twitch is a US based, what do you call it? Is a US based company that doesn't do too many events or activities outside of the US, whereas YouTube does a lot outside of the US.
You're right. You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, once I moved to YouTube, like I have a lot of viewers. Like before, I would get viewers in like the UK.
Yep.
And stuff like that. Like Twitch is pretty normal over in the UK, and so, but like everywhere else, I've noticed that I've gotten a lot of more international viewers.
Yep.
In Eastern Europe, Southern Europe, even like the Middle East or whatever.
Yep.
Ever since I moved to YouTube, like, and I'm not talking about just because like I got more viewers in general, but like sort of like ratio or of my demographics or whatever, it's way more on YouTube. So now that you're talking about that, I'm like, you're right. YouTube is more accessible for more foreign people.
Yep. And then someone in the chat said, Drago, YouTube comes pre-installed in your phone. Twitch does not.
True.
That's a big true.
True.
Twitch also has more ad deals in the US, so they care more about optimizing for that community. Yeah, 100%. And I think with YouTube, the reason why streams end up doing better is like everybody on YouTube, whether you're a creator or a viewer, you don't want to watch long ads, and Twitch has garbage long ads. I'll be honest, I have friends that stream on Twitch and I want to watch their stream, but because I'm so impatient, when I see that minute ad, dude, it takes all my willpower to stay there so I can get to the stream.
Yeah, they need to get rid of that as soon as possible.
Agreed.
As soon as possible. Immediately.
Agreed.
But they can't, because they have very few ways to monetize their platform compared to YouTube.
Yep.
And they probably won't ever do it, which is probably one of the reasons why that's one of the contributing factors why YouTube's going to win. Twitch is going to lose to YouTube.
Yeah, 100%. And then like your streams also get ad revenue.
Yeah, true.
Which is amazing, right? And then
yeah, you do on Twitch, but nowhere near as the amount of YouTube.
Nowhere near, and the reason why is like Harris, I'm sure you know, Harris said like you get targeted ads. So if you stream Apex content, some of your viewer base is gonna get an Apex ad, and they're more likely to watch the full ad because they're a fellow Apex player. Like I get a lot of not a lot, but like a good amount of viewers that would be like, dude, I just saw a Honkai ad and I watched the full thing because it's Honkai Impact. I gotta support it. It's my game, right?
Right.
And whereas like Twitch, just like no one wants to watch a minute long of a movie that they don't care about, you know?
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. That's one of the biggest problems right now. Yeah, no, Twitch is gonna be all YouTube needs right now. Raids, gifted memberships,
yep,
ability to put emotes across, use your emotes on other channels. That's all they need.
Yep.
They need those three things, and then Twitch is not going to die out, okay? Because it's got a lot of money into it.
You know, YouTube already has clips made.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
once they make that available for everybody.
Yep.
I prefer a highlight button too, just like Twitch has, because I actually use that a lot.
Agreed.
But I would like that, but it's not super necessary. Clips, and then those three things I mentioned, so there's 4 things total, which I feel like isn't that hard to do, because what Twitch lacks is discoverability, right? Mm-hmm. And then what YouTube lacks is the community aspect. But for Twitch to get what YouTube has, they essentially have to build their own YouTube. And for YouTube to get what Twitch has, they don't have to do anything that's anywhere near as hard as build another YouTube.
Yep. Captain Emo said, sometimes I really don't mind the ads on Twitch as long as I know it supports them, but I agree,
it doesn't support them,
but it doesn't support them.
Barely.
They
get
I promise you, I'm gonna tell you the actual statistic. I promise you more than 80 to 90% of the ad money goes to Twitch, and the creator probably only sees 5 to 10% tops. of
And
that ad.
that's probably like 0.6.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably not even a full cent.
I think Harris did the math, and I think it's like 1,000 times more, or like 800 times more money in ad revenue for a 5-second clip of an ad on YouTube than it is a full minute ad on Twitch, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
No.
nuts.
Trust me, dude. Watching the Twitch ads, don't watch them. You just like click off somewhere else, I guess. Just do something else for like a minute. Like you and technically you're still watching it, I guess, but it doesn't give them anything.
I will say, dude, that's why I love YouTube though, is like they're creator friendly in comparison for like, dude, they do so much to put the power in the creator. To give you guys an idea, real quick, this is super important. If you watch Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers, when you subscribe to a Twitch streamer, they get 30% to 40% of the money out of that you paid for that subscription. Whereas
Twitch gets 50.
is it 50? Isn't that after you get partner?
No, after you get partner, you can get like a no, like the biggest partners like Ludwig and all of them.
Oh no, they get like 90%.
No, they get like 70.
Oh wait, really?
They get
Only?
like a 70, 80%.
You know,
They get what we get on YouTube.
that's what I was gonna say. On YouTube, we get 70% right out the gate.
Yeah, everybody else on Twitch, even like the regular partners, it's a 50-50 split.
Yep. Yeah, so like on Twitch, it's 50-50 split. On YouTube, it's a 70-30 split, and the creators on YouTube, the streamers, get 70%, which is a lot more friendly. And it feels better because you're not giving your money over to the company as much compared to the creator.
Yep, it feels a lot better. YouTube's better at keeping you on the website with all the different and new recommended videos, whereas you just stay on Twitch for the stream you are currently watching, but after that you might leave. Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's a good point. But you get 70% on YouTube? Yeah, we get 70%. I promise you, that's not a...
Even donations, super chats. So, but if you go through like Stream Elements or Stream Labs, you get the full thing. They might take like a really tiny part.
Yep.
If
So
they do.
if you go through the link in like most YouTube streamers' description, you click that and you donate through there, it's like a 90% cut. And then if you do super chats, it's a 70% cut. Whereas on Twitch, it's way lower.
Super chats are honestly like,
Dude, they're amazing.
crazy.
They're crazy amazing. And what makes it better is like when you super chat, your comment gets highlighted, and it's so easy for the streamer to see it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. It's super chats are godsend, bro.
Yeah.
Once they add gifting memberships or whatever,
It's a wrap.
shit's over. Shit's over, dude. Like I guarantee you, that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of Twitch streamers don't move over.
Yeah, it's gifting. 100%.
It's gifted memberships.
100%. It's a culture thing.
Yeah, no, because they make a shit ton of money from gifted memberships or gifted subs or whatever.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Any last big things you want to hit? We gotta talk more. You and me are like I really vibe with the way that you tackle things with like brutal honesty. Like we need more creators that are willing to be more open about it.
I see a lot of people on Twitter, though, like I said this earlier, but they'll be like, oh, I do this, you know, they're like, I'm glad on your major day. This is the only reason why I do this. This is the only reason why I do this. And I'm just like, that's just such bullshit, bro.
I will say,
everybody here started for selfish reasons. Not a single person
facts.
started doing this for somebody else.
100%.
Not a single person.
100%. My selfish reason was I love talking to people. And I knew that like gaming and talking to people at the same time, dude, like that's my fix. Like, I don't mean like, because wholesome reasons. No, it's just like how I am. Like even the jobs I had before I started streaming, coffee barista. I make you a cup of coffee and I talk to you all day. I love talking to people. That's like my thrill and my joy. So gaming and talking, like, dude, you know?
Yeah. One of my things was that I wanted to make money, be famous just by being funny. That was my goal because I wanted to be funny. I wanted to make people laugh.
Pretty
And
good
it
at
feels
it.
good. Feels good for me.
Feels great.
Right. And so, like, guys, if you're watching create, I'm not saying it's like this for everybody, because maybe I lied about the whole one single person thing. Maybe there are people who do this because they genuinely want to make people's day, or they genuinely want to do this, but those people are very far and few in between.
I agree.
You're right. It's very listen, if you catch somebody saying that shit, it might be true. It might be. But it's a red flag.
you can tell if it's true if they're willing to take a hit in their content. You know what I mean? Like if you notice that they'll put out a video that they know won't do good, but like their initial community wants to see it, like that's how you know, like, dang, he's willing to take a hit on the algorithm to actually, like, give back to the community, or like so on. There's a bunch of other things that you could check to see if they're genuine about it.
Yeah, I just somebody who's flaunts that they do this to help other people. Sus.
I think to an
I would
extent.
much rather somebody be brutally honest about why they're doing it.
100%. I agree. We gotta talk.
Just because people are doing it for selfish reasons doesn't mean that they don't enjoy helping other people.
Yeah, no, 100%. I actually think most people confuse selfish reasons for non-selfish reasons.
I agree.
I think we have like a culture right now, especially with cancel culture, where it's like, oh, like if you're doing it for views, like you're such a greedy person. But it's like at the end of the day, they're just doing it for views because they want to talk to more people. Like that's how I see it. I don't know. Maybe I
feel like a culture respects people who admit it. Don't come off like an asshole about it.
Yeah.
It's like canceling yourself before you can actually get canceled.
I believe in that 100%, to be honest.
Because like if you cancel yourself first, but like be respectful and honest about it and just be truthful about it, then people are gonna respect you when they compared to if somebody cancels you for the same exact reason later on, and you were just like no.
Yep.
Or you even be truthful back then. Just gotta get it out of the way first.
Yep. But yeah, man.
So, yeah, that's my final thoughts, I guess.
Final thoughts? Dope. Guys, thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks for checking out the podcast. Nick, my man, we got to talk more off stream.
Yeah,
dude, I genuinely actually I've been needing to find more creators that are willing to get open and honest and transparent about a lot of stuff. Because a lot of people in the industry, more people are opening up, but a lot of people in the industry aren't comfy with doing it. So it's dope having you on. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks, dude. I learned a lot. I actually learned quite a bit.
Heck yeah, man. I learned a lot having you on here, and that's no BS, because I want to do competitive game content, not a focus, but every once in a blue moon. So having you on board here is a lot, dude.
I learned a lot about how to be a YouTuber. I'm gonna
heck yeah, man.
And I'm gonna go work,
yeah!
writing shit down. I wish I was taking more notes, but I can't listen and take notes.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I kind of hyper focus on the person I'm talking to. So guys, thanks for joining the podcast. It's gonna be available on Apple Music, Spotify by Tuesday, hopefully. Just depends on the approval notice that we're waiting for. And thanks for hanging out. We got some awesome guests lined up in the future. And if you're watching the VOD of this, come on for future streams. Ask questions that you really want to ask, even if it's a meme question. We might actually answer it. Very pog duo, not gonna lie, you two vibe well together. Thank you. That's all Nick though. Nick is just very good at making it feel like a homie vibe,
No, it's the interviewer.
Not true. I think the guest
I
makes the show.
responded to him.
No, man, you took over the second half of the show. I thought that was the best part.
No, you say that, but you definitely talked more than me.
All right, man. Will this be on Spotify? This will be on Spotify Tuesday. I'll post all the links in the description and update it this Tuesday. Super excited to have it on Spotify. Super excited. Guys, every guest that comes on, Nick included, they are going to bring something special to the table. 1000%. And trust me, some of them are going to be really good. Get a room? We just might. I've showered with my best friend before. I'd totally be down to shower with you, Nick.
Oh, yeah. We can hit up like a Planet Fitness shower or something.
That's exactly what that was, to be honest. We're on the same soccer team, so. Anyways, guys, love you. Deuces. Have a great night. Thanks for joining the stream. Peace. Oh, next podcast.